Speaking of K, got a little K right there.
That's for his wife. Oh, K. I thought you said gay. I thought you said speaking of gay, there's a little K right there. I was like, what?
I would never disrespect Emil's significant other like that, bro. Never.
Thanks.
I would, but not to his face.
Not to my face, yeah.
I'm a better friend than that.
I'm a really good friend.
Hold on, let me just set up my notes real quick.
Make sure my fucking phone's on do not disturb and all kinds of shit.
You know, I was whatchamacallit? I put my phone on sleep because my phone doesn't, the do not disturb still disturbs me. I still get notifications.
Do you have it like under under your the focus setting? Is there like certain like contacts or apps that you have?
I don't think so, no.
Because for mine,
See this shit? Sorry.
Whoa, you're gonna hit your head.
Continue the conversation.
hell
What?
yeah.
What do you want to do with it?
Look at it.
That is sick.
My sister found it at Goodwill.
Oh, that's
Are
cool.
you serious?
Yeah.
That's what you interrupted me for?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Fuck yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, drink out of that.
Wait. See, that's how you know when I talk, he just doesn't listen. Because while I'm explaining something, he's like, oh, yeah, I can. This is the time that I can think of something else to talk about other than what he is thinking. Oh, you did. Those are dope. I like those ones. Let me get. No.
He's like, no.
But yeah, so I was saying, I put mine on just sleep mode. Sleep mode, I get no notifications. Nothing pops up. The only thing is, like, I think I can still receive phone calls, and like my alarm will obviously still go
See,
off.
this is why when I send him half nude pics, bro, it's in sleep mode, and I can't. He doesn't.
Bro, sometimes I get lazy and like I put it in sleep mode. Like I'm not lazy. I just don't want to hear from nobody. I want no notifications on like Saturdays and Sundays. Sometimes I'll just put on sleep mode all day.
Nothing wrong with that.
All day. But sometimes I feel bad though because I do ignore my mom.
1,000 texts later.
I do.
No, I'm not that popular.
I do
It's
ignore
like
my mom.
one or two. Well, wait. do you ignore your mom because you expect she's gonna ask for something? Not so much like money, but like just for like a favor or like
When
what
I
are you
ignore
doing?
my mom, it's because I know I don't have the amount of time in that moment that it's gonna take to like have the conversation.
You don't like the energy in that moment.
Well, I'm just like, the kids are coming out of school. She's just calling to like tell me what I'm doing wrong in life. Like I'll call her back. She can tell me later.
Oh, what's up, guys? We're back. I'm your host, Jordan. To my right, we have Emil Shia, my chode host. And, of course, once again, guys, we brought him back. We talked about it. We would have our little sports section segment, and we brought him back, guys. Brian Garcia, everybody.
Yay.
Brian Garcia, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Leia. Okay, I almost said Ortega.
Damn.
I don't know why I want...
Hey, if you want to mix me up with Brian Ortega, it's cool.
What's up, man?
Not much, man.
How was your New Year's?
It was good. It was good.
You were our last guest of the year, right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Cool.
Not the first guest of the year, but, you know.
Oh, this guy's fucking...
Well, first guest this year?
Yeah, no.
No, we've had two. We've had
Black Onyx.
We had Onyx. Oh, it was us, and then we had a solo one.
Yeah.
And then So
shout out to Black Onyx. Though.
sorry,
Well,
dude.
if you wanted to be first, you should have tattooed a baby.
You should have tattooed a 5-year-old or a 3-year-old.
We would have had you on immediately.
That shit is fucking wild.
It is what it is.
Dude, I mean, like,
you know what? It's honestly, I don't know. Maybe it's still a big thing, but at this point, I'm tired of it. Like, like it's just kind of like it. Yeah, it is. It is what it is. No one got in trouble. Nothing really happened. Nothing really came about it. So why we still? And
you know what showed up on my fucking For You page?
What?
The fucking People article.
Oh yeah.
And I was like,
Sosa and Onyx have been sending all of them to us. Dude. It's dope though. It's just cool to see. I mean, like today did you see the France? Mm-hmm. The French news or whatever? God. They not only. They used a clip from my podcast on their their news. I was like, because Sosa had sent it to me, and he had sent me another one, and I was like, it was the People one.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, you're on People. I was like, no, that doesn't say anything about me. It's just you, but it's cool, still cool. And then he sent me the French one. He's like, you're in France, and I watched the whole clip through, and sure enough, at one point it cuts. And I wish they would have dubbed French over my voice. Because they did it just the English version, the regular.
That would've been sick.
Yeah, because it was like me saying like technically it's legal to tattoo a 9-year-old in Arizona, and like that's like the little clip they used, and I was like, oh shit, like
you're like,
dude, it was just cool to see it, but yeah, dude, like I said, it's been a really crazy thing. But on like everyone, like people were calling us clout chasers and stuff.
What the
for covering the story, but I mean, it hasn't really done much. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like, nothing's really grown from the podcast. And,
No, and like, what are we going to do? We're a local podcast. We're not going to cover some crazy shit that happened locally. And we happen to know the dudes.
Yeah. Like I said, and people were calling us clout chasers because we had them on. I'm like, we had them on way before this. Just because we liked the idea that they had their own tattoo shop. We thought they were cool guys. They were younger. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we had them on before for that reason. And then it just so happens that we became good friends over the years. And then this shit happens. I wish they would have let us know, you know, like, hey, I'm about to tattoo a 9-year-old so I can repair. Dude. But once it happened, I was like, yeah, dude, like, look, you guys want to talk about it? Because obviously they were just getting little, like, they were probably having interviews with, like, news. But clearly we saw it. It was just cut up little shit.
Oh, yeah.
So it was just, like, bits of the story. I'm like, bro, get on here and explain everything. Explain where they came from, why they did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there it was just, you were getting, like, yeah, I tattooed a 9-year-old. And then you could totally tell in like the different articles who was for it and who was against it, because like the French were for it.
Yeah,
they didn't really see a big deal about it. Spanish, the Mexican news, Univision didn't really care. I mean, they were just like, wow, that's crazy. But I mean, bro, they got fucking cartel and ghost fucking videos on Univision. I think a tattoo and 9-year-old.
I think they show dead bodies on there too, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, all they do is blur the blood out.
Yeah,
that's really all they do. It's like
body,
and it's red blur.
The face is all dead as shit.
Hanging. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah. I know what that is. Yeah. But yeah, so like every news article, everyone was just like had a different approach on it. Even like they had like a radio station when they talked about it. And one lady was just kind of like, kind of. I mean, if it's legal there, and the parents signed off, and the kid wasn't any harm, then I don't see an issue. Like, I don't know. It was a weird thing, but it was fun to cover. And now, I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, I think ultimately, like, out of the negative, where there's some negative, some positive from it, I think you guys, like, you got the, like, respect that you deserve. Okay, I mean, like, one French thing, you know, like, they're like, hell yeah. But just remember, that is something that's been covered now in French media.
Yeah.
Somebody might fucking YouTube slob on a pod. Boom. And you got the whole French community.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, yeah.
Well, that's been our goal since day one.
Yeah, dude. We've been trying to French it up, dude.
I mean, at least you didn't get like fucking MS-13 tattooed on your fucking neck. I mean,
dude.
True.
I'm down.
But I will say this, and I don't know. So I found out that slobs or slob is like a code word for, I want to say either the Bloods or the Crips.
Bloods.
Right?
I think it's Bloods.
Bro, you know, I almost tattooed my knuckle slob with Old English.
Fuck yeah.
If LA survives these fires, I would never be able to go back there because I would get murdered. Trying to pay for Starbucks and they see my knuckles and I just get my throat slit.
What happened to Jordan? Oh, he went to Crenshaw.
He went to Slauson.
Yeah. He got shot at Dunkin' at fucking, what is the donut place over there? Fucking Winchell's. Yeah, he got shot at.
I don't know. I just random.
Jordan would be leaving
Randy's, the big donut.
Winchell's works
Snoop
too.
Dogg. Yeah, Winchell's
works.
Roscoe's chicken. Nah, he would have left a fucking thrifting shop, bro, and they've been like, slob.
Yeah, thrift shop. That's right. Yeah, that's where I get murdered, bro. That suck.
Showing side of your sick ass fucking wolf howling at the moon t-shirt.
Hey, wait till I get home and show you my haul.
Babe, look, fucking 3 in the back.
And they think I'm all hard because I got slob on my knuckles. Babe, I got you a sick top.
Babe, remember you were looking for a sick ass crop top for this summer? Look.
He would have got fucking boys in the hood, bro.
Oliver!
Sido would have been like, no! You would have fucking Ricky moment, bro. Ricky!
Bro, that's funny too because like I after seeing a lot of videos, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but there's like on TikTok too, there's accounts of like people that used to be in like the areas where it's like heavily filled with, you know, gangsters and gangs and stuff.
Yeah.
And they would go through like the hats you can't wear.
Oh, bro, it's crazy.
Like every fucking hat in the MLB you cannot wear. It's insane. Like there's a huge list, and I wish I would.
Ironically, the only one you can wear and not get fucking banged on is the Cleveland Indians, like the racist ones.
Oh fuck!
Wahoo!
Wow. You know what? Funny enough, though, the C one is big time.
See, for sure.
For sure, right?
Yeah.
Cleveland, the C.
Yeah,
but just like the goofy racist Indian cartoons, okay?
Right? The Cincinnati Reds hat is a super popular hat that you cannot wear there. They actually had I can't remember if it was like a sneakers situation or something. Somebody was buying a hat, and they were in kind of adjacent to a Compton. And the guy was like, "Hey man, I want to buy that Cincinnati red hat." And he was like, "No, like you can't. You're gonna get banged on, bro. Like well, what hat can I pick?" And he was like, "No hat."
This cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Bro,
Fedora.
On TikTok, like there are people in the comments like, well, I guess I'm just gonna wear my beanie or my cowboy hat. Yep. Like, fuck, dude. So I have a list right here. Let me see.
Jeez.
It's insane. Watch. Okay, I'll put it on the screen right now. Hold on. Let me. But it's funny because ever since I saw these videos come out, like maybe like 2-3 years ago, when I would go to LA, I would be like, I wouldn't wear like my Padres like navy blue with just the white SD.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or I wouldn't wear like navy blue jerseys. Like especially if I went to like a game and stuff, I wouldn't wear my jersey, like especially in LA too. But like I was just like more I thought about it more. And then like especially like I'd wear like red hats, but like had nothing to do with any team. It was just a red hat. It wasn't a Trump hat, but it was, like just like a red hat, like a Thrasher hat or something.
Sure.
Like a skate hat. And even then I'd be like, I don't know, man. Like I just have tried doing anything to like avoid that even happening. I think it's so fucking silly, right? Isn't that crazy? Like,
it is.
You think as a gang you would know, like, all right, obviously it's just like a civilian guy. Like it's just a normal
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying?
Clearly
Like,
this dude's not anyone I should be worried about.
It happens.
Exactly.
It happens here too, though. So there's
so many hats.
There's a certain gang. We'll talk about it off camera, but there's a certain gang that wears a certain hat that's distinctive of their gang.
Like a mainstream hat?
Yeah, like a mainstream hat.
Oh, you got to tell me what it is.
Sports
after
team?
I'm gonna get one.
It's a Yankees hat.
Oh, well,
Red Yankees.
You don't have to say all that.
Yeah, well, I mean, fuck it. Hey.
Red Yankees.
Rating.
I think there's a certain hat with baby blue too, but like the thing is we went to LA like a couple years ago to watch Foster the People, and I made sure to wear like basically a Dodgers hat it was black with certain color. I think it was like baby blue. I made sure that like everything that I wore that night was like that because we were close to like the slums. I mean, like where people would rob you.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, let me pick. And I'm a huge hat collector. I don't have bright ass. I have like 2 red hats.
Yeah.
But again, like you would never catch me wearing this shit in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll personally go buy a different hat or wear a beanie or wear a Vans hat of that.
Yeah. But like, okay, so we got a list up here. I mean, I'm gonna say this. Obviously, like the all red hats. All right. I mean, like who the fuck? Like, why would you be anywhere wearing who the fuck gets a red Padres hat? When the fuck have they ever been red? I hate shit like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's just so like you can like I want to wear a Padres hat, but I like red. So then like it's just bullshit. So like red hats like that I get, but it does suck. Like being a Boston Red Sox fan, that's a dope hat.
That's a sick hat.
And you can't because it says what is it?
Other Bloods.
Other Bloods, yeah. But that's another thing too is like the letter or like I think the Houston Astros like the letter, the star, everything like that all means something too.
Yeah, the Phillies hat is Pyru.
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh, look. Right Inglewood family.
The Cleveland Indians.
Wahoo, you can't rock Wahoo, dude.
Yo, what's up with the OKC Thunder hat though, bro? Like what the
family
fuck?
Gangster Bloods.
This one's kind of like a dad hat. It's kind of lame. All gangster Crips.
Can we just go back to the fucking 1970s sitcom title that is the Inglewood Family Gangster Bloods?
God.
What are you talking about?
That's what the name is. That's what represents that family.
Inglewood Family Gangster Bloods.
Oh, that's their gang name?
Crenshaw Mafia.
That's too many words for a gang name.
They're all too many names. Look at Crenshaw Mafia Gangster Bloods. Harvard Park Brims, a.k.a. 62 Brims SOB.
Crenshaw Mafia.
Look at What is that? City Stone, Black Pea Stones,
AKA.
Bro, like, can you imagine you gotta say all that stuff before you shoot up someone?
That's why MS-13 is so popular.
Yeah. So easy to say.
So easy to say.
Straight to the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think
you're gonna say a bunch of gang names.
Yeah. Are you gonna get out of the car and be like, Inglewood Family Gangster?
We should blur all these.
No, but they have to hear
beep all these out.
Yo, but seriously though, like, are you really Chicago?
Oh, I thought that was Longhorns.
I thought that was a Tennessee hat, bro.
I thought it was too.
Like, jeez, man. Houston Astros.
Houston Astros, all Hoover gangs.
Hoover Crip.
Yep. Oh,
Michigan.
The Michigan one is the funniest one to me, bro.
How funny. The yellow one? That's such a gay hat.
It is. Kelly Park Compton
all
Crips.
Mafia
bro,
Crips.
don't call them gay hats. They're sick hats. They're cool.
The yellow one?
Emil, stop. I'm not gonna blur the names out, so we can't say this stuff.
Oh, so all Mafia Crips don't stab me.
Oh man,
it is a cool hat.
It is. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
No, I can't say that.
The Brewer's Hot's better.
I can't.
That's a clean hat. That's a clean hat.
I can never say a Michigan hat.
Look at the next one though underneath. The Hawaii.
Wow. The
Hustlers.
So many.
The Oakland A's.
So many Crips.
Playboy Hustler Crips. The 70s Hustler Crips.
Sex, money, murder, Hustler Crips. The second to last one.
Arcadia Block. What the fuck?
Low bottom Hustler Crips. That's the Hawaii.
Mac and Thug.
Yeah,
that sounds like a restaurant. Mac and Thug.
Dude,
the Green Bay Packers.
Dude, let's go get a couple of hoagies at Mac and Thugs.
I'm not even gonna front. I got about like 6 of the hats that are on here.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. These are
Cowboys.
shit.
Dude, a UNC hat. Come on.
Oh, the Cowboy one for sure.
Yeah.
Rolling 80s West. Yeah.
I got about like 7 of these. Well, turn into 8 now. Fuck.
Aztec Grape Compton Crip, or what is it?
White Sox was like
Anzac Grape. What?
That White Sox hat to the right.
Yeah, that's a popular hat.
That was one like in elementary school. They were like, no White Sox hat.
Yeah. I don't know. What
this one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, because they're rolling 60s.
And it's Hispanic.
Yeah, it's the rolling 60s.
What's his South Los 13?
Damn,
that's even scarier.
Yeah.
You're messing with the blacks and the Mexicans?
What's up?
Get the fuck out.
I've never seen a fucking Cincinnati hat that was that blue with baby blue on it.
Where?
Jeez, man, right there.
This one?
Oh, yeah.
Jesus, man.
The purple one's crazy, too.
That just looks, I mean, that hat looks like you just put a bunch of lean and Sprite,
Steelers? Bro. Steelers up there? What Steelers?
We're Steelers.
Up.
Oh, yeah.
Up. Oh, no, up.
Oh,
there.
man, what's going on there? Rolling 20. Dude, how many rolling people are there, bro?
Fucking 10s, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s.
Jesus,
well, there's
man.
74 Hoover criminal. There's 83 Hoover criminal.
Like, what happens? What happens?
Just the year they were popping?
Hey, what happens if somebody goes to the
class?
The class.
What if somebody fucking what if Tennessee goes to the Rose Bowl, dude, and somebody rocks a fucking Tennessee hat? They getting shot outside.
That's not Tennessee. It's Texas Rangers.
But I know, but you can mistake it for a Tennessee hat. They got kind of the same.
It does kind of look like.
Yeah,
they really do, huh?
But but if you murder someone over it, you're gonna look fucking dumb when you go back to your gang and they find out you killed someone for wearing the wrong hat.
You killed somebody from Tennessee.
What's the Baltimore Orioles hat? Go over a little bit to the right.
Was that original what?
Original Swamp Compton Crips.
Wow, that's tight.
Swamp ass Compton Crips.
Hey,
fuck, sorry. They're sick hats.
Hell yeah, they're sick hats.
This is it's Chesty Chubbuck, but
all gangs are cool. Whether we named you or not, you're all cool.
Do you think, and this is not trying to make fun of gangs, but do you think there's a gay gang?
There might be.
100%.
Absolutely. That Michigan hat? No, gay.
No, guaranteed. Guaranteed. Yeah.
No, this Tennessee one was kind of gay too, though. Or
the UNC,
the Carolina one. Yeah,
man, it's a fucking dad hat. UNC.
Just I don't like baby blue in anything.
Bill Belichick. That says Bill Belichick all over it,
dude. That's so sick.
That's pretty chill for just the Dodgers hat, huh?
Can you wear it?
That's it. That's all. That's really all I got to worry about.
Tennessee Titans.
I'm doing.
Yeah, that's not a good one. That's
McNair, bro. He got gunned down for wearing that hat, bro.
Pierre McNair.
You got done for wearing the jersey. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's wild. Yeah. Still, Michigan hat, definitely full gay flavors.
I'm telling you guys got to watch out for that stuff because now I think about that whenever I go. I swear, I do.
I'm wearing beanies from now on, bro.
Yeah, just beanies.
Fuck it.
I'm telling you, I don't want to get called out by some like gangster or something for wearing like the wrong colors or hat, and then I get punched in front of my family.
Bro, I just want I'm
gonna look like a bitch.
Yeah, cover Oliver's eyes. Cover his eyes, babe.
Look away. Look away. Away from your dad being a bitch.
As he's getting the sick crop top,
18-year-old. Yeah,
he's wearing the fucking blue hat.
Oliver, look, it's Bluey. Just make him turn away while
I get jumped. Don't wear that hat again.
I literally saw about 7 to 8 hats that I have just chilling.
Oh no, what sucks is like some of them are just the actual like main colorway of the team, so it's like, damn, I can't even wear that.
Yeah, it's obvious when you switch it up crazy, like you guys said with the red New York or red San Diego. Like they don't do. Yeah, it's just not a thing.
Like an all red.
Why do they fucking make it
an all red Dodgers hat? Yeah,
and it's for
that should be illegal.
Exactly. when I got into hats, like when I started to notice like the colors and like the everything, I don't have like a lot of loud ass hats. Like I typically was like, okay, something that would match a shirt, something like that.
Yeah.
But you see some of the hats today, they got like fucking 60 patches on them and shit, and you're like, dude.
They got like jewelry from them and
you know,
shit.
like, and they have, like, I think the pin idea is cool, like where people put pins.
No.
You don't think so?
It's gay.
If it's the right pin, it's cool. If it's the right pin, it's cool.
If it didn't come with the fucking hat, it's gay.
If it's like a veiny dick pin with like beautiful balls,
yeah,
that's cool. That's cool.
On like a Chargers hat.
If someone rocks that, bro,
that's gay. You might as well just rock a fucking pin of someone holding a middle finger. Like,
bro, you might as well rock that Michigan hat, bro.
Yeah.
Bright yellow.
No, they do too much now with like fashion. I don't even know if this is fashion, but like the hats thing, yeah, I've been noticing that's like a thing.
They do a lot of collabs. A lot of artists put their fucking flavor on hats. Like Kid Cudi did a bunch of hats for Cleveland.
No, yeah.
For the what the fuck, the Guardians now.
Guardians.
He did a bunch of stuff like that.
Cleveland?
Yeah, he's from Cleveland. Boy. Quavo. A lot of the Migos did stuff for Atlanta.
I hate that. I hate when like other like people collab with like sports teams, but they don't do your fucking team.
Yeah.
Like there's so much cool shit. Like, dude, if you're gonna do it, there should be like a contract where if you're gonna do it with one team, you have to do it with everyone. Like when I know they do them now, but like with Stance Socks, when they first like collabed with MLB, it wasn't like every team.
No.
So like it was just like the mainstream teams, like New York. I knew the New York teams, LA, obviously. Not even like the Dodgers, not even the Diamondbacks. Like it was like only like a few teams. I was like, bro, if this is whack, like shit's stupid.
They don't really. I don't think they branch out, and it's a lot of the big metropolitan teams. Like Phoenix never did anything. I mean, like the only cool thing that we have right now in Phoenix is what the under fantastic Phoenix Suns team. Like that team is like there's nothing exciting in Arizona sports right now. I mean, like the Cardinals missed the playoffs.
Not since the Coyotes.
Yeah. And look, they're in Utah. Mormonism.
Yeah, they were bad.
Yeah, dude.
Wait, the Coyotes aren't in Phoenix?
Nah, bro. They left to Utah.
To Salt Lake City.
No, since when?
Last year.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was going to say, how come I haven't heard? Are you serious? We don't have a team now?
No. It's because they didn't want to pay for the stadium.
My dumbass last year was talking to people being like, yeah, I'm starting going to hockey games and stuff.
I actually just bought season tickets and they're like, oh my God, this guy got fucking took. And
he got bamboozled.
Yeah, I've been telling people, I'm like, yeah, I think I want to go to some hockey games. I want to go to San Diego, like the Goals.
I was at work yesterday and I just got like a random text that said, click here for season tickets, 2025, 2025 Coyote season tickets. They were only $400.
I think they did say that another team was going to come here though. But it had an expansion team. But again, another 20 years of shitty hockey is what's going to happen.
Man, I want to.
You been to a Coyotes game?
I have not.
I went to a couple when I lived there.
I wanted to.
It was fun as shit, dude.
I've been to a hockey game, but I've never been to like a Phoenix game.
Yeah,
I'm a huge Pittsburgh Penguins fan, so for me, I always wanted to catch one of the games that when they were there, but that's a game that sold out, or they don't have good seats because it's Sidney Crosby's coming to town, and they know what that game's going to be like. But no, I think an expansion team next 2 years.
Yeah, I know. I went to hockey. My first game in Colorado. Went to an Avalanche game.
That's sick, though.
Yeah, it was. I mean, like hockey's cool. It's a lot going on all at once. It's like basketball, but like faster. But like it's really hard to follow like where everyone's at. Like I remember when I was watching the game, I was like, I don't really know like where they're at, and there was like these people next to me. They're like, just watch like where everyone's looking down. I'm like, that's because you can't see the puck really. I mean, like you know what I'm saying? Like we had some pretty good seats, but like it's really hard to watch like this little black thing going really fast on like a big white screen. So it's just like. Yeah, I don't know. And the guy was just like, yeah, just look like when you look at the team and just look where everyone's looking down. And that's usually like that's where they're gonna be looking like straight down where the puck's at. I'm like, yeah, I guess. But it was whatever.
I wanted to, but
the ice girls are cool. It's a cool little change up.
They have ice girls?
Yeah, like they do like what intermission or whatever, and like they come and scrape the ice, and it's usually like girls with just like long hockey jerseys with like nothing underneath.
Jesus,
what?
Man.
Are you serious?
I've seen like
this was at
an old drunk guy on the Zamboni.
Well, he comes out too, yeah. But there's girls that have like the snow shovel looking things, and they have ice skates and look all cute and shit. And they have little earmuffs, and they just skate up and down the things and they scrape the ice.
What game did you go to?
Colorado Avalanche, and I went to a Dallas Stars game. And they both did that. Yeah, what the fuck? Did you guys not see this in Phoenix?
No,
that explains why they fucking left.
To be fair, this was like 15 years ago.
Zamboni.
This was like over 15 years ago, and I went with my ex-girlfriend, so I probably like just looked at the ground.
You're like, this is so
she was
boring.
Crazy. Yeah, this sucks. I'm gonna go get another beer, baby. Mama.
Might as well since there's nothing going on.
Look, there's no goals. Nothing. Nothing. Just mush.
Oh man.
Stop.
You tuck it back.
Yeah.
Nothing. Well,
it's
like a doll.
Just boner shooting out the back.
Jonah held it from fucking Superbad.
Texted
underneath. Under his waistband.
What did he say? 6 to midnight.
6 to midnight.
I just went from 6 to midnight.
Yeah, that never stuck with me just for the fact that my penis doesn't roll that way. So
it doesn't go up.
No,
it goes back.
What?
Yeah, it goes in my body. I'm just kidding. I gotta hang. It hangs like a banana.
Oh, it's got curve.
Yeah, like, but the side that you open, that's the tip. Is like it gets real thin towards the tip. It curves down and it gets real thin in the tip.
Down and so it's like a wide body to a thin,
like a very thin, like into a needle,
and then down,
just like a banana. You know the part you peel, the stem part.
Yeah.
That's just like I'm a penis.
And then down.
Yes.
Bro, you could tuck, bro.
But imagine hard. Oh yeah, tucking is easy. Tucking is easy.
See. And I think like I think about this often because mine has a hard time going down.
Yeah,
it's like it wants to do
parallel
this
with your body.
And I think it's because when I was younger and I would get boners, I would lay on the ground and like pull it up.
I try to
just fucking press that shit into the earth as hard as I could, and I think I just. I just permanently fucking
smart.
Yeah, I don't know if it's smart.
You caught it early because I do that now with mine because sometimes I kind of don't like that it does how it does.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I kind of wish I had like one of those straight up like you know what your guys' dicks look like? Huh. You know the guys that when they on the Olympics when they go skiing and they do that huge jump and they like their toes are pointed up. That's what your guys' dick looks like. Like it's weird because it doesn't go straight up. It goes like at an angle, but still like a 90-degree angle.
Yeah.
and so like or like a 45-degree angle, you know. And so like when I see that I'm like, man, I kind of wish like mine went like that because I assume I can access different positions with that one. Just like I've heard with mine, people are like, oh yeah, see you can do this and I can't. So whatever. But still, so sometimes when I get hard, I'll just lay it.
You're probably great. You're probably great at reverse cowgirl.
Oh, me? Yeah, I love getting on top.
Was that my doorbell?
That was definitely the doorbell.
Was that your doorbell?
Holy shit.
We got to take a break?
Uber Eats?
That's funny because earlier when you got here, we'll keep going. Earlier when you got here, watch the cord. It's on his heel.
I got you. Saved by the bell.
Earlier when you got here, you knocked, and we were like, obviously it's you, but we looked at each other like, who's gonna get it? And I was like, what if it's someone I don't know? I don't know it's your house. And he was like, all right. And right now, someone rings the doorbell, and I'm like, obviously it's not Brian, someone I know. So who the fuck?
They're like, did you order Uber Eats?
Oh wait, what if?
No,
it's not. Okay, we're fine. Yeah, I thought, what if homegirl pulled up and she's been calling me and she can't get a hold of me, so she just came to the house? But no, it's not her.
Your girl?
Yes.
Oh. Well, I'm like, I don't know if you have another guest.
I said homegirl. Like,
I don't know if you have another guess. I'm like, homegirl.
We're bringing someone else, but
kicking you the fuck out.
I wonder who it is.
I don't know.
What do you think it could be?
Is his wife?
Why would she ring the doorbell?
I don't know. She needs. Now, see what the fuck?
Who is it?
UPS.
Hell yeah! Package is in.
Fucking whack, bro. You guys need a Ring camera. Or like, come on, dude. Even poor people houses have Ring cameras.
No, I got a fucking Ring camera.
I had one.
So this is our third place. So every time we've moved, I've gone down in like security. So the first house, I had fucking cameras.
Yeah, barbed wire around the fence.
No, just cameras. Well, we lived in LA.
Watchdogs.
We lived in LA, and we were like,
oh yeah, for sure.
We had a homeless encampment right behind our house.
Obviously.
So I was like, I want every angle, just in case. And then the second house, when we moved here, we just had like one camera for a minute, and then it was like, I don't even want to do the cameras anymore, so I got a Ring.
Yeah.
And then it was just the Ring, and then like a year into the Ring, 2 years into the Ring, I was like not even checking the notifications. Like I didn't give a shit. And then here it's like, nah.
That is the funny thing is like, because I know you can change your like sensitivity on like how well it captures things.
Yeah.
So like, you can set it to where if fucking someone across the street is coming out their house, it'll come on.
Dude, that shit happens to me all the time.
You can change it to where like if a car passes by, then it'll come on, and you can change it to where if someone literally has to be like feet away from your door, and then it comes on.
Yeah.
So like I had mine like in the middle, and so same thing. I'd be at work and I would just get notifications, and it got to the point where I was like, why am I checking them? I know it's a car passing by. It's probably like sometimes it'd be like a fucking bird flying by, and you know what I'm saying? Like it catches it for stupid reasons. And so I was like, it kind of sucks because then what if I'm missing something that is?
Well, that's what like the guys were talking about when the tattoo shop got broken into. Remember? We were like, don't you have cameras? He was like, yeah, but the notifications were off. And
because you get annoyed by it.
They didn't say this, but I imagine it was something like that. Like you were getting annoyed by it, and you were like,
yeah.
I know it's nothing. I know it's cats. I know it's whatever.
They wanted to mainly have them recording and looking at them during the day in case people were gonna walk in, steal shit, or break it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, so crazy enough. So like I said, so it got to a point where I would just kind of stop checking them, and especially if I knew like Saida was going home or something, I was like, oh well, obviously it's gonna ring off anytime soon. So whatever, I would ignore the notifications. One time, and this was probably like a month before we were about to move, and this wasn't why we moved, but we were just about to soon. The month before, and this is when we lived down the street from your dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Funny enough. And someone had came, I was at work, and she was asleep. I think her brother had stayed the night, and his girlfriend at the time. So she wasn't alone, but she was there. And the one time that I decided to check it, I got a notification, like when I was at work, that someone was walking up. And I like I said, I never checked it. And the one time I did, sure enough, it was like some random like white guy in like just raggedy like clothes. He didn't look homeless. He honestly looked like he just got done doing like a painting job. He just looked kind of like that, kind of dirty. And he was, so I see him and he's like ringing the thing, and like he keeps like looking into the, like you can see it because we had like we had windows in the doors, like so he was trying to like see through, but there was also like the metal fucking door, like
the shutters.
No. What's the metal one?
Screen door.
The screen door. Yeah, we had a screen door, so you couldn't really see through that to get. So I could see in the camera that he was like trying to look and stuff. And so right away I called Saida and I was like, hey, like someone's at the door, don't answer it. Because normally she would just wake it up like half-assed, like, yeah, what's up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So sure enough, and she didn't know, so she was still passed out. So I texted her or I called her, let her know. So then I'm watching the whole time, and eventually the guy, like, he starts like kind of like looking around, like you can see him looking next door trying to see if anyone's coming, and he keeps pressing the fucking doorbell. And then I'm just watching. I didn't like go into it to say anything. And then eventually I see his right hand, because he had it in his pocket. Eventually he pulls something out of his pocket, but you can't see what it is, and he just puts it behind his back. And he's still like knocking on the door, and he has something behind his hand. And to this day, I still don't know what it is. Even when we look back on the camera, you can't tell. But you see him pull something out of his pocket and then just go like this. And he has his hand behind his back. And he's like ringing the bell and stuff. And then, so sure enough, he leaves. Her brother goes out there, and like there's everyone that like is home at the time is all out in front of their house, like looking around, because he was going to like everybody's house. Apparently he was No one know. I still to this day don't know what he was doing, but yeah, he was going to everyone's house doing the same thing pretty much.
Yeah, my wife, we have a ring. Anytime that shit goes off, if I'm out and about or whatever, my wife, she won't even answer the door. She'll just text me or call me and be like, hey, someone's at the door. So I'll look, and 9 times out of 10, it's probably like UPS, shit like that.
Solar.
So, yeah. We've never had anybody like.
Oh, we used to get those all the time.
To the fucking door-to-door guys? Oh, yeah.
In that neighborhood I lived in where that happened, we used to get them all the time. I would just be like, oh, I'm renting, so I don't even. They'd be like, oh, okay. That's all you say if you're renting, or just say that if you're owning. Say you're renting and then just leave. Because you're not going to make any decisions.
We had a lot of the candy people. Like the guys who were selling like candy for like the football teams and stuff.
No.
But I was never home. Like I was always at work or something. So I'm like, you gonna come back later on? Nah, man, we're only in the neighborhood for like this time.
Yeah.
All right, well then, can't help you out. Good luck.
No, fuck that. Yeah, but no ring. I'm surprised you don't have a ring.
Yeah. I actually was walking up here.
No, actually, you do have a ring. We should probably say that.
I have a ring and a gun.
Hell yeah.
5 of them.
18 guns.
Oh, I was gonna say 5 ring cameras.
Come and get him, motherfucker. Come on, motherfucker.
Emil is fucking secretly John Wick.
Yeah.
You can come pry my buzzball from my cold dead hands. Faggot.
There it is.
Michigan fans.
Just why he changed the voice.
Had to say
it.
You could say it in that voice, by the way.
Hell yeah.
Faggot.
You gotta go faggot.
Can I say like a what up, faggot? Hey, faggot.
You have to say it in that voice. If you say it in your normal voice, you're a bad person.
Yeah, you're right. Speaking of faggots, this weekend was amazing. Saturday, we had a show.
Why was it? Why?
I don't know. I always like to say that and just say something that has nothing
right
to do.
into it.
I like doing not good segues.
It was fun. We had a good time.
Yeah.
Good Saturday night.
Saturday, guys, Smoke and Mirrors 3. We were there. We had a great time. It went, honestly.
If you missed it, we're sorry. We talked about it a bunch.
Yeah, we invited everyone out. It was a crazy turnout. But then again, I didn't go to 1 and 2, so I don't know how it was before. But it was at Copacito, guys, if you guys know. It was right there in like the yard area. Packed.
Eric said it's been pretty like well supported from the beginning. Yeah. So. But it was packed, dude. There were like times like good, mid show, like it was hard to get to where you guys were posted up, and then I'd be going to the bathroom and then try to get back, and then sometimes it was like, I'll just meet you at the side of the stage, and that's it.
What's funny too is like there was times where because we didn't really, so like when it first started, it was just like rappers. So they literally just had to go up, do their thing. They didn't have nothing to set up. They didn't have no mute.
The first 4 acts.
Yeah, they didn't have like drums and shit to set up. They didn't have to do like sound check. They just went up and started rapping. Oh, so like it was like boom, boom, boom. They came up, and then it went to like bands. So then we would have to they'd be setting up. So the first band that came up, soon as the rapper came off, we went up right away. Yeah, we were like, oh, give it up one more time for them, and then coming up next is this, and we did like a little thing, and then we were like, coming up next is this band, and then we walked off, and there was still like 15 minutes of them getting ready. Oh shit. So after that we were like, okay, once one band gets off, we'll let them close out, and then they can start taking their stuff off. The next group, they start setting up. When they're about almost done, they're kind of just plugging in things. I can tell they put the guitar on, they start grabbing the mics, getting ready, then we'll go up. That way we can say, hey, one more time for them. So we eventually got on we figured it out as we were running with it, but this fucking guy was fucking with me though, because the entire night everything was going well. People were giving us compliments. The guy that invited us out, that put on the show, Eric, he kept telling us bro, you guys are killing it up there. Whatever you're doing, just keep doing it. And this guy would just after the third band, he was like,
no, not after the third band.
It might even been right in the beginning.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was the first. It
was the last 2.
No, wait.
It was the last 2, maybe 3.
Maybe 3. Okay.
Maybe last 3.
He was trying to give up the last hour and a half we had left.
Hour.
Bro, this shit went to 11:30.
It went later.
It went to 5 to 10.
It went to 12:30.
Holy 12:30.
It was supposed to be at 10.
Yeah.
And people stayed the entire time. It was fucking dope. But So this guy, so like at some point, okay, third to last, he started being like, bro, like
because the bands got bigger. Let me explain. The bands got bigger.
Like more people knew.
More people were on stage.
They were expecting. And this is who they came for.
This is what you guys have to understand. I'm not just like morbidly obese because I'm 40. Like
I know where you're going.
I've been a big guy since I was 12.
Yeah.
And so like the self-conscious, like every time I go somewhere, I look at the chairs. What are like that chair that the screen's on? I'm never sitting on that chair.
I would sit on that chair.
That chair. I'm not sitting on that chair.
I would sit on there either.
Yeah.
It's got to look sturdy. And then same thing, like I'm walking through a place. That's why, like when I said once it got crowded, I can't walk through a nightclub like everyone else because of my mental and just be like, excuse me. Like I can't. Even if I could make it, there's something in my head that's like, you're too fat. Don't go. You're gonna hit someone with your stomach. They're gonna spill their drink and stab you. Like don't. So that was happening a lot.
You're gonna get booed off stage. You're just in the way, fat boy. Get out of here,
dude. And then
try to set up my drums.
And then the headlining band.
Yeah,
the guy on sax was a big guy.
Yeah, I was.
And so I have this going on in my head. No, he had no problem. But I'm saying like I didn't want to be like, hey, excuse me, like
That's why we should have came from the front.
And also I was high for those last three, so I was just literally going like, I can't.
He got very negative towards the end of the night with everything.
Like, fuck this.
But yeah, he was just like, and then he would just say,
I had a really good time.
He was like, bro, like, I think, but no, what I'm getting
did my best.
What I'm getting at though is what you were thinking or what you were saying, I was thinking a little before that, but there was things I was telling myself that I was like, I wasn't letting it get to where you let it get. And then you reassured me that you felt the same way when you told me, and I was like, oh, damn, I do kind of feel that way. Like, I kind of felt at some point it did feel like we were just in the way. Like, what are we really doing? Because when the people were setting up, the DJ was kind of just playing music in the background. Yeah. And people were just kind of vibing, talking, and just really doing their own thing. So we kind of just came up like, what's up, guys? Remember us? Like, it felt like it was just like, don't forget about us.
And most times, exactly. And most times the music was still full volume. And we were like,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, are you guys having a good time? And
yeah, the DJ.
Biggie, can't you see?
The DJ wouldn't fucking.
And we're like,
the DJ
no one knows what we're saying.
The DJ wouldn't turn the music down or like at least turn it down to where we could just talk normal and it could just be like background noise. Yeah. He literally had it full blast. So like by the time when I went up there and grabbed the mic, the whatever volume it was at was still the same volume when I was talking. So I had to be like, "What's up, everybody?" Like we had to yell, and I like it. The DJ never really lowered the music, but Emil made a good point, and shout out DJ Rude because he ended up being a really cool dude. But he did come off rude because he like when we went up there the first time, he was just like, I mean, I guess if that's what you guys are supposed to do. Because I was like, hey man,
well,
like
also that's like he doesn't, you know what I mean?
No, I
he's
get
like,
that.
Hey, they asked me to spin, I'm doing that. And dude, his.
Yeah, it'd be like if someone.
All the songs were good, and that's why I also like. Once I was high, I was like, "No, I just kind of want to listen to the DJ.
I don't want to go on stage.
I don't want to go on stage. Can we just sit here and listen to the DJ?"
And I did have that thought and everything, but at the same time, my thing was, your boy reached out to us.
Yeah.
He reached out to you for us to do that for him, to do that show. It wasn't like
and all night he was like. He was super cool.
Yeah,
and like being like
he reassured us,
hyping us up.
Yeah,
and then being like, "Come on now," like, "Come on."
Yeah. That was the thing too. That's what reassured me.
When I would be like,
negative,
I don't think they need us. He would be like, "Bro, you can go on right now."
Yeah, he'd be up there on the stage like, "Come on, guys, like come now," and I'd be like, "Emil, see, he wants us. He does want us." That hyped me up more to even be more like fun with it because I was like, "Okay, this guy wants us. The guy that's putting on the show wants us." So if anyone's bitching about like, or if anyone was to say like, "Who the fuck were those guys?" He could. It was like, "Oh, he wanted us." You know what I'm saying? We were just hosting and we were having a good time with it, man. Like we probably started out a little too hot because like the first time, then the second time I already brought out the liquid IV. Third time brought out the liquid IV, started throwing it out at people, and then the next time, and it was already early in the day, like sun was still kind of out, and the next band after that, and before they came up, we went out there with like I had like a container with like 5 liquid IV still left in it, like a one of those like smelly sealed ones.
Yeah,
like you press it and you press a button and it seals it so nothing gets out or whatever. So I had that, like 5 liquid IVs and like 2 AG1s for some reason that I think I just brought them from my house. I had a bunch of liquid IV over. So I was like, I'm gonna take them to the show and just give them to people. And also, and I kept mentioning that we had a podcast, and if you use, code SLOB, you get 20% off. So I was doing all this like stupid shit. And eventually when we were getting ready to go out to the Cafecito, I found a fucking Rubik's Cube in my car. So I was like, fuck it, like let's give away some liquid IV and $1 to the first person that can solve a Rubik's Cube. So my plan was
fuck yeah.
I had a Rubik's Cube and I was like, does anyone know how to solve a Rubik's Cube? We're gonna give away liquid IV and Emil's gonna give away $1. I kept throwing him fucking Emil's money out. Only twice.
He asked me like off stage, he's like, hey, do you have dollars? I was like, yeah. He's like, all right, cool. I was like, all right.
Well, what's the first $1 we gave away? No. The first one was for the Rubik's Cube. The second one was when we asked who followed us.
Yeah.
No, we were like, if anyone follows us right now, like, and they come up and prove it, then we'll give them $1. And that was the second one. But yeah, so we had a Rubik's Cube,
and I just kept pulling my wallet out and grabbing $1 and handing it to random people.
It was $2.
You get
$2.
You kept doing it.
I saved the receipts.
I'll Venmo you.
I did keep doing it. I did it twice. Just $2. That's a buzzball.
So then So I raised the Rubik's Cube and I was like, does anyone know how to solve this? And like at first, and you hear people booed us?
Yeah.
Someone booed us at first. Like everyone was like, no, boo. Like kind of just like, get the fuck out of here. Like we don't need to. And there was one guy in the back.
One guy.
He was
just
like,
threw his hand up.
He was like this. And I was like, wait.
Like hindsight, he kind of saved us.
He saved us.
And I think he wasn't going to say anything. And then we were getting like booed
because no one said anything for like the first like 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Shit. It was kind of like...
It felt like that. It was probably like 10 less than 10.
Yeah.
But it felt like no one. Finally, he was like...
But
we were like, what?
And he was like kind of far in the back. And I saw him kind of like...
Yeah.
Like, I kind of do. And I was like, do you? This guy. And so he came up front. And then I told him, I was like, we're going to give you this Rubik's Cube. If you can solve it by the next time that the band, like after this band performs and we come back up, if it's solved by then we'll give you this and $1. And he was like, I can solve it in 2 minutes. And
he said I could do it in like 2.5 minutes.
He said like 2 to...
He said 2.5. I swear he said 2.5.
So, but when he said that, he also saved us again, because now that's even better than what I was thinking. Because now I was just going to end it, and we were going to hope by the next time we come up, he has it done. This guy was, I can solve it like right now, pretty much. And we were like, oh, fuck. We're like, fuck it. We have 2 minutes. There's still the band's still setting up. This guy starts a timer, and sure enough, it gets like 2 minutes. The guy's almost done, but needs a little bit more time.
So I added 30 seconds. I added 1 more minute.
Emil saved it too, because I was like, oh man, because I was just gonna take it from him and be like, fuck, you didn't do it. Because I think there was another person that was gonna raise their hand. So I think we could have got someone, and I think more people would have been like, wait, I think I could do it. So anyway, so I was gonna take it, and Emil's like, oh, would you look at that? He got another minute. And then but like 10 seconds later, he finished it.
Fuck.
Yeah. So it was just dope, man. Like it was just we were just like, fucking, let's just.
That was the highlight. Because I wasn't high yet. I wasn't in my head being negative.
Yeah.
And that was like the most fun we had up there. Was
and everyone enjoyed it too. Yeah. The guy was cool.
Cool as shit. Yeah.
It was dope, man. Yeah. It was fun for them to just like, this is what we want you to do, but there's no rules, so just like do whatever you want. And like at one point, like there was I don't know at what point were you like, you want to smoke up there?
I don't know.
Because so like we didn't like, it's Cafecito, you know, and I think it was like it was a 17 and older type thing, but you could be there the kids could be there if their parents were there, type thing. So there were like some kids there, you know, but I mean they had people smoking like just regular smoke, vape, not vape, you know, real.
That's sick though, because they
shout out Terplandia.
Yeah, Terplandia was giving out fucking
dabs and
bong rips and bowls.
Not giving them out, raffling them off.
Oh, raffling them. Yeah, my bad. Yeah. Obviously, no one knows who this guy is, but there was so we saw the security guard that was
I took a picture.
You took a picture or video? You took a picture, huh?
I have pictures. Like
we'll blur his face.
The first picture is him. No, it's like that dude's gonna know. Everyone's gonna if you know that dude, you're gonna know.
So at the event, there was like a guy at the back door, like into Main Street, that door, and he was right there, kind of pulling security. And at one point, he was just walking like the vendors, also doing his security thing. And he went to that Terplandia one. Shout out Terplandia, and we saw him like talking to the guy, and we were right there, right behind. We were like sitting down, and I was like, damn. I was like, look at. I was like, that's crazy. You know, the security guards like talking to the guy, and they got like bowls and shit out. I thought he was telling him like, hey, like, did you get a permission to do this? Whatever.
Put that shit away.
Like, yeah, I thought he was doing something, and then next thing you know, the guy pulls out like, did he pull out a joint? It wasn't a bowl, huh? Or was it a dab?
No. It was a joint.
It was a joint. Pulls out a joint and then like sparks it up for him and like gives it to him, and he's like, oh! And the security guard started smoking. And we were just like, oh shit! Like what I was like, what I was thinking was like, that would be cool if this guy just started like smoking right now. And then it happened, and we were just like, and then I was like, is that guy even a real security guard? Is that allowed? Like, what's going on? Like,
he's like,
but it was like midday, like the sun was still up.
Was he working security somewhere else and he's off?
Huh?
Damn. Maybe he was working security somewhere else and now he's off.
No, I saw him at the back gate when we were looking at Homeboy's vintage clothes.
That's what's up.
I saw him standing securing the door. So
hell yeah.
Yeah, bro. But I was like, that's dope. But I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, we tattoo 9-year-olds in Arizona, so who knows what's allowed. Maybe you're allowed to smoke on the job. I don't know.
They don't P test for the security guards anymore.
But is there anything? Hold on, let me see. Now, did you like my Holocaust joke? It did exactly bad as I thought it would.
Oh, dude, he hit a Holocaust joke?
Oh my god!
I did a Holocaust joke.
The Holocaust was the sweetest part of the joke. Oh, do it.
Okay, all right.
You got to do it for Brian.
Yeah. So, when you kill one Jewish person, they call it murder. When you kill 1,000+ Jewish people, they call it a Holocaust. And when you kill 1,000+ black people, they call it a Holocaust.
God damn.
And you literally just the whole place just went, oh
no. The people in the front, I think they were probably just high, but the people in the front were like, oh dude, that's great. And then like, but for majority was just like,
like around the stone people in the front, you just heard, oh.
And it kind of worked out because we had I mean obviously he's up there co-hosting with me, so I'm like, bro, I'm not just gonna surprise him with anything. So I wanted to let him know, and I told him the joke when we were getting lunch before the show, and I was like, this is my joke, like, what do you think? And then I told him, and he was like, I mean, I think it's. He's like, I think you should do it. And then I was like, but I want you, like, and I told him, I was like, it's probably going to bomb, but if it bombs, I want to just be like, Holocaust, and then just be like, and then look at Emil, and Emil saved me because I looked at Emil because it was like dead, obviously, and then Emil was just like, so guys, coming up next,
we got,
and it worked out perfect.
Valentine's coming
because
up
then Nat got a laugh, and it kind of saved me, and it wasn't awkward, and it was cool though. No one had an issue with it. There was like I was telling him the whole night, we were getting like, I would go out and get a drink, and I'd go walk around and talk to people, and people were like, bro, like this shit's funny, like you guys are doing a great job. People were and not like stroking us, but like people were giving us compliments, and, and that's what I kept telling him. I was like, bro, like you're overthinking it. Because what he was saying, I was thinking as well, but they were reassuring me, like, bro, no, like that joke you said, it was kind of crazy, but it was funny. Like,
you get 6 beers and 2 or 3 hits into a meal. No compliment.
He turns into an emo girl.
Yeah.
What if they don't like me? What if they don't even want me? They probably don't even want me here. They probably forgot I was even here. I could just leave and no one even care.
My coworkers at the brewery I worked at in LA, they used to call me Emilor, like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. Because
they were the beanie. Yeah, kind of looked like it.
And they were like, dude, we figured it out. Like 2 to 3 beer a meal is where it's at. Like you get funnier. You're like good, and they're like,
the fact they said funnier is scary. That's crazy.
Well, they're just like you're like having fun, you know?
Yeah.
You're good to be around, and then like 4+, you just become increasingly more like in your head.
Yeah,
and that's true. Like once I have like more than that, I do kind of implode.
I know Saturday night you mixed alcohol and weed, but is off just alcohol? Do you get that way too?
Yes.
Really? I only get like that if I just smoke weed.
No.
I it's crazy because like, and maybe what I get is what a lot of people avoid. That's why they don't smoke it. But if I have like a drink or two, The drinking kind of gives me the fuck it attitude. The weed gives me the fuck it attitude, and then it's like, yeah, but what if they don't like that? So it kind of especially when I mix both, that's very bad. But then no, if I just had alcohol, if I just had alcohol, it'd be the fuck it attitude.
Dude, I haven't been drunk in like fuck. I'm 35 now, so it's been years. I was a best man at a wedding. Motherfuckers brought mezcal. And I got fucking wasted. I don't even know what my best man speech was. Apparently the bride was sleeping with one of the friends. It turned into a fucking nightmare, and I fell off the Hilton fence. Whoa. Fuck myself up, dude. And then nonetheless.
What year is this?
Oh man, I was like 23.
I don't know how old you are now.
35.
Oh,
you said it.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I was looking for a video.
It was
sorry.
2012, 2013, 2012.
Yeah.
2013.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
That's the last time you drank?
It was the last. I had a drink for my wedding.
Do you not like alcohol?
It's not even that, bro. It's I get fucked up. I lose. Like I just become like I'm just a fucking sloth, dude. Or I become like that person that's like, like whatever. I fucking start roaming. Like I fucking roam down Bum Alley, bro, over by the Hilton. And so some dude was like, nice bow tie. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
So you just don't like how you get when you get drunk?
No, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't even know. Like, at that age, I don't know if I was a fun drunk, dude. And I drank during high school. So I was like going to parties and getting fucked up at parties. And I think that ruined it for me. Like, if I would have saved that side for 21 and above, I think I would still be able to have the occasional, like,
I don't know, man. Drunk, but I used to get really fucked up in high school too, and I only wanted to do it more. It's like,
I don't know, man.
I felt like I was like, I've been doing this since I was 13, so
that's crazy.
I can't keep doing it.
I was the other way around. In high school, I didn't really drink, and when I did, it was mainly just with my parents were the type. My parents were the parents in high school that were like, if you're gonna go to a party, if anyone's gonna drink, we prefer you do it here.
Yep.
So we'd have a lot of parties at our house because my parents, and I lived in a small town where I went to high school. My graduating class was like 75. You know what I'm saying? Calipatria.
Yeah, Calipat.
And so everyone in my graduating class, all their parents knew my parents. I was always kind of like a very outgoing kid during high school. I participated in all sports and everything. So my parents were very involved. So everyone knew us. So it got to a point where like we were the house that was like, we were going to throw a party, but my parents were going to be there. But they weren't lame about it. If anything, they were just kind of like security.
Yeah.
They were making sure no one got crazy. No like fucking people from Brawley, El Centro, older got cholos and shit tried coming into parties. They were more like that. And all the parents allowed their kids to go to my parties because they knew they were there and that they were either going to take them home or they were going to call them to come pick their kid up. You know, so like it all worked out. Even though it all sounds fucked up, it all worked out.
Nah, dude, that's not fucked up, bro. What's fucked up is you go to Yuma High fucking party and the motherfucker gets a drive-by on it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, dude, I'm telling you, every fucking party that I went to, if it wasn't in a secure location where like we knew it was okay, it was never gonna be okay. There was fights breaking out, people were breaking, shit, whatever.
Yeah.
Like they would even show up to like the house that we had, like the secure party where there was like no crazy shit going on, nothing like that. They would try to come to the party, and then honestly, as the group of friends that I hung out with, we didn't take that shit. Like you were gonna get fucked up at the door, and then you could find your way home. Yeah. You're not coming into the party. That's how we were. See, like with your situation where it's very small, it's a knit community.
Well, see, that makes sense when you're dealing with, and I mean, obviously around that time we're kids.
Yeah,
it is. Fucking seniors are kids. You know what I'm saying? So like when like you're kids at that time, so especially when security is kids and other kids are trying to come in and you're telling them they can't because of a certain reason, of course they're gonna do some bullshit like that.
Yeah.
In our case, we got lucky because when you had like kids trying to be adults and gangsters and they dealt with actual adults like my parents and my uncles because they would also be there. They kind of explained it to them like, you don't want to do this, bro.
Yeah.
They talked to them and they were just like, all right then. And they just left. And we had no issues. Even there was times that the cops would try to come and they would try to shut the parties down, but my parents would be out front. They'd be like, look, like I said, it was a small town. So it was just kind of like everyone knew the cop. Everyone knew the town cop, the town sheriff, whatever fuck. And they were just like, look, man, like, we promise. We're not going to get loud. If it does get loud, we'll turn it down if we have to. But everyone's going to get home safe. We're going to make sure everyone gets home safe. And everyone that's here, is, you know, in high school, whatever, but we're watching them and they'd be like, all right, cool. Like if we get one call, then it's over. So we would just kind of like balance all that. But what I'm saying is like that was like very rare too. Yeah. And then if I did go out to other people's like school house parties, my parents would be like, you can drive the car and you can take whoever you want with you. You can pick up people, give them rides, but you can't drink alcohol. And I was like, fuck yeah. I didn't care for alcohol at the time. Even when I did drink, I was like, this was fun for tonight, but I don't really care anymore. Yeah. And so, like, when they would tell me, I'd be like, that's fucking no issue. I wasn't an alcoholic at the time. So I was like, I could totally go to a party and hang out with other people drinking and not want to drink. I would just drink Red Bulls. And that was my thing, you know, Red Bulls and shit. I didn't even vape or nothing. I didn't smoke weed, nothing. And I was like, fuck, I was the guy with the car. Everyone wanted rides. Girls wanted rides. So I was like, that's what I prefer. So I didn't drink in high school. It wasn't until like years later that it hit me. So now I think about it, and like people like you that started early, you're a reason why I'm glad I didn't, because it's so there's a famous comedian, Robert Kelly. Mm-hmm. He became a crazy drug alcoholic, like big into all that very young. Like at like fucking, I think like I want to say he stopped drinking alcohol like at 13 or 15. Like because from like 7 or 8 to like 13 or like 15, he was like just in drugs and alcohol and smoking weed and all this stuff, and smoking cigarettes. And so he got into it so young that he's from 15 or 16, 17, he's been sober from that point on till now. And I think about that, and it's like, I get that. I get at that young age, you could really scar yourself to where like, I never want to do this. But I feel like you fucked yourself on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Because now, had you just waited like I did, or just like maybe not drink as much, you would be able to enjoy it now as of time, because there's so many, like a lot of comedians talk about it. They're like, it's crazy that he's been sober, that Bobby Kelly's been sober for so long, because he's missing out on so many cool drinks that aren't that crazy high percentage. They just taste really good. And he's missing out on like new drinks that are coming out and different things that are coming out, all because he was scarred so bad in the very beginning. And I get it. I've heard his stories. He's done some crazy stuff at such a young age for drugs and all that. So like, I understand where he's coming from, but at the same time, that's kind of what you get, because like now, bro, like you're missing out. Like had you just like kind of paced yourself, I mean, same thing with you. Like it sounds like you just got kind of rowdy in the beginning and you're just like, fuck it. Like I had my fun, but it's like, bro, there's so much more out there that you can take in frames, not just like, all in one night.
It's like my wife. My wife is always like, have a drink with me.
Does your wife drink?
My wife, here occasionally.
More than you though.
Yeah. Like she'll have an occasional beer or whatever. So like,
I'm just kidding. No, well, compared to you, anyone's a fucking alcoholic.
so for me, like she'll be like, hey, like, you know what? Will you have a drink have a drink with me? You know, I feel bad sometimes, bro, when I'm like, nah, you know what? And I think like maybe like I got to step out of the box. Like where my mind frame is like, oh, like if I drink, like it's just gonna be one of the like.
Well, that's when you invite us over. Yeah, we have 8 drinks with your wife, and then we leave, and now you have a very drunk wife.
Yeah,
but not too drunk to where she's gonna pass out on you.
Yeah, 6 drinks.
Yeah,
6.
Yeah, 8.
Yeah. 5, 6.
6.
Yeah, I can see
even
6.
number, but
But no, I mean, I need to step out of that that gray area, like, and be like, all right, yeah, cool, I'll have a drink with you, because like we go to dinner and she's like, have a drink or have this, and I think more so less like I'm more cautious too. Like I was never like, oh, let me have a drink, and I'm the type that I don't drink and drive. Like I've never done that. I never will. Like that was just a thing for me. Like, it scared the fuck out of me going in fire service, dude.
No, like, and see, and he did capitalize on that in the end, because he said going into like what his field was at the time. But now I can talk about it, I guess, being the fact that I don't have a job like that. But when I was getting out the military, my plan was to go straight into the CHP, the California Highway Patrol. Yeah. And long story short, I went through all the process, passed all the tests and stuff. But when it got to like the background check, I kind of failed. But I could have just been like, I could have answered it differently, to the point where I'm like, look, I understand I fucked up, but I'm mature now. I didn't. I kind of just accepted the fact that they didn't want me because of my past or whatever. And I didn't push on it. And like, once I got out of that, trying to get that job, that's when I finally felt free. Because in the meantime, when I was doing that, I was doing training with them, and I was doing tests with them, and I was getting treated like I was when I was first joining the military. Yeah. And I got out of the military to get out of that lifestyle. I was tired of getting fucking yelled at for bullshit and being told to do dumb stuff without an explanation. So I was done with that. And so I got out of that thinking this would be cooler, and I was getting treated the same exact way. And so when I like didn't pass the background check, for like a couple minutes, I was like, damn, that was my dream. That was the reason I went to the military. That was why I've been clean this entire. I didn't smoke weed for that reason.
Yeah,
because I didn't want to go because like I think you can join them, but like you have to be sober of weed specifically from like for at least like 5 years.
Yeah,
and I was like, I've never smoked before, so I stayed clean for that reason. And when I didn't get the job, like I said, I was sad, and then like I was like, oh shit, I'm out the military. I can do whatever I want. I could go work at McDonald's. I could go smoke. I could go do drugs. I could go drink. I could get a DUI. Like, because at the time, like, if I got a DUI in the Army, I was gonna get fucking dishonorably discharged, and I was gonna lose all my benefits. I was like, it was gonna ruin my life. And then you get dishonorably discharged. You try to get a job out here, you can't. So like that was gonna happen. So like so many things would have happened off bullshit. So when I got out and I didn't get the CHP thing, and I was like, I could do whatever I want. That's when I started doing like just like kind of fuck shit, like started smoking weed. And not that it's anything bad,
no,
but I'm saying like I knew once I started smoking weed, all those dreams of wanting like to be law enforcement or anything crazy like that needs all this like drug tests and background, all that, that was no longer me no more. And I kind of liked that. And doing so, that's when doing the podcast where I was like, okay, if I'm going to jump into this podcast, I'm not going to half-ass it and just be like, well, I can't really talk about this because of my job. Because when I was doing the process too, a lot of the officers were like, you got to understand, like, I know you guys have social media and stuff, but like once you guys get this job, like you can still have it. But like, I had a lot of friends that were like Border Patrol, CHP, cops, fucking all that stuff. And you couldn't tag them in anything. You couldn't take pictures of them out drinking, anything, nothing crazy either. Just partying with them. You couldn't do that because it just would look bad to them doing what they do and then it being viewed in the public. And I was like, dude, I don't want to live that life, man. That's why I got the military. I'm tired of living that like I'm perfect and everything, because like that's what I'll tell you, like joining the military, a lot of people just assume, oh, you're in the military, you're like a perfect person.
Yeah,
bro, some of the most fucked up people are in the military.
Nobody assumes people in the military are perfect people.
No, okay, shut the fuck up. Not like perfect, but like they're like, oh, this guy's kind of like, oh, he's a soldier, he follows rules.
Sure, but the reality is they're what?
They're pieces of shit. There's a lot of them.
No, everyone knows that.
No, you only say that because you come from a military family. Someone that doesn't come from a military family
in a military town.
But see, only you know
that
because
a lot of pieces of shit.
I know, but you only know that because your dad was in the military. I grew up in a family. My dad worked for the railroad. My mom worked different jobs and stuff. I had no one in my family. So you
guys view the military as like,
yeah, right. Just like when I know cops, there are bad ones. We're obviously older now. We understand. But when you're younger, all the cops are heroes. They're all good guys. Yeah. We don't see them as bad people. Anyone that joins the military, they're who I guess is perfect enough to survive to protect.
To be clear, God bless our troops.
I mean, yeah, obviously.
To be clear, thank you for your service.
You know what? It wasn't bad until you pointed that out, and now it's bad. So thanks a lot, Emil. Obviously, people assumed we supported the troops, and now you're over here like, I'm just saying we supported them.
Obviously. God bless you.
But I'm just saying, like, no, when I joined, I had, especially, like I said, coming from a family that has no one in the military, I had no one. Going in, I was like, people that join the military, they're like the best of the best, or they're not the best of the best, but like, they're respectable people. They're not pieces of shit people. I can trust them. They're safe. That's what I thought of people in the military.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, bro, if you're protecting like our country, I assume that you have to kind of go through some qualifications. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm thinking. At least mentally normal.
Right.
But bro, once I joined, I'm like, it's worse in here than it is out there. Like, I'm more scared living on a military base sometimes than I am just living out like in a normal city. Just because there's some fucking weirdos that somehow get by, and you learn that the military it's a numbers game. They're trying to push people through. Yep. No one can really fail something. Like, you learn a lot of stuff where it's like, oh yeah, no, this isn't what I thought it was. So
I think I only had like 2 family members that joined the military. I had a cousin who joined, and then I had an uncle.
Yeah.
But my uncle's reason was like to get his wife's green card and shit, and then that failed. And who knows? I think I don't know. He passed away, God rest his soul. But I think his intentions were all good, but I think hers were all but bad. Yeah. I think whatever situation he was put in before he passed away was like a very shitty situation.
Yeah.
But I mean, in Laredo, Texas, dude, she owns like 6 different fucking
shout out
businesses.
Laredo. I was in Laredo.
Right? She owns like 6 businesses, dude. And he crossed the border, 6 more businesses. I don't know. She's probably a cartel boss. I don't know.
Laredo's like San Luis, pretty much. It's very close to the border. But yeah, so going back to everything. So yeah, like I just realized like I don't want to live that life anymore. No, like I just want to be who I am, and I want to post and talk about it, and just like that's the life I want after the military. I want to get away from that stuff. I want to get away from the the anonymity. I'm trying to learn that word.
I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of these.
No, hold on. Help me with the word.
Is it
anonymity? What's anonymity?
What?
What's the word? Like, come on, Emil.
Anonymity?
Is that the word? Is that what I'm thinking of?
You're talking about like you want to be low key? Like
no, I was trying to get away from that. I was trying to get away from. I wanted.
Trying to get away from anonymity?
I didn't want to be like low key anymore.
You just wanted to be vocal.
Yeah.
You wanted to be seen.
I wanted to be seen.
Yeah.
And I knew, and when I got the military, I was like, it'd be cool to try stand up now. I could do whatever I want. So I was like, I could do that now. I can say some fucked up shit and I'm not gonna get fired from a job for what I said, or you know what I'm saying. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. That type of freedom.
I mean, that's it. I mean, I accept that. Like anybody who gets out of the police service, fire service, anybody who wants to change the direction, that's definitely something. Like you're changing your whole core base of who they built you to be, and you're going back to your normal who you were. Yeah. Right. And I think. Not a lot of services.
I just thought of the mayor being like, "Finally, I can do gay porn."
No, you know what's funny? It's funny you say that because wasn't there that like colonel that got out the army, and now he's like, I could be my true self, and he put like his dog fucking thing on. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
That's exactly but like I'm not that extreme.
Lieutenant Bow Wow out.
Lieutenant Bow Wow. And he put that fucking dog's like fucking mask on. That's what I'm saying. Like like you just, and I get it. Like you get so fucking hounded with like, oh, good one. Hounded. You get so like pushed on like follow the rules and do this and be this way and be a fucking outstanding citizen. And especially the higher ranking you get, the more you're like, now you're this. You really got to be like top notch and fucking integrity. You know what I'm saying? Being the right person when no one's looking, like all that bullshit. And it's just like, bro, this is too much to handle. Like, I'm not an outstanding citizen. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a citizen. I'm just a standing citizen.
I'm just a dude.
Just a dude being a dude.
Hey, come on.
Disguised as another dude.
Come on.
Did I say it wrong?
I'm the dude playing the dude disguised as another dude.
Tropic Thunder. Sorry.
Yes. Isn't there a dude that fucking does like TikTok videos or did like Instagram videos where he's like, don't you want to go outside and fuck a dude? No. Remember that guy? You don't remember that guy?
He definitely doesn't.
No, but I like it.
Hell yeah. God damn it. I'm the only one.
It sounds great.
I'm going to have to find the video and send it to both of you guys. Because now I just fucking...
Am I the only one who has to pee?
No. You want to take a break? Take a quick break.
Take a break.
What was the next thing?
They're remaking Holes, but in
female version.
Yeah.
Let's take a break.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back. All right, we're back, guys. So obviously, like I said, we have Brian here. So he's our sports analyst of the podcast now. So this is our. We were supposed to do it yesterday. Actually, I should have brought something in the beginning. We were supposed to do this yesterday, but we were so tired and hungover from Saturday that we just couldn't.
You had a party?
No, we needed a day to rest.
Fuck yeah.
There was and honestly, I thought it was cool too. I was like, hell yeah, Saturday we're gonna do our thing, and then Sunday we'll have a podcast. It'll be a cool weekend. But I was like, nah, Sunday, like I told you, we took a nap like around 11. And I was like, okay, I'll set an alarm for like 12:30. Bro, I woke up at like 1:30.
But you know what? I
had to be here at 2.
It actually worked out. Still tired because technically we only have one game going right now. The whole entire slate is done. Mm-hmm. I mean, we could. That's that, and obviously the college game is over. So I mean, I think it works out. Mondays, especially to recap. I mean, I don't know if there's any more other fucking games on Mondays after this.
No,
just because they moved it, right?
Yeah, I think. Well, no, it was originally slated for Monday, but
they just moved the venue.
Yeah, the venue.
It was supposed to be in LA, and they moved it to.
We're
talking about the Rams,
Vikings
game that's going on right now
in Phoenix,
which is crazy because my understanding is the tickets were half off.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. So half of the LA people traveled, but the other half of the tickets for the stadium technically were up for half off.
But I saw this thing too where like, because obviously people have like, so if you guys don't know what we're talking about, the LA Rams and the Minnesota Vikings were supposed to play their playoff game in LA.
Yep.
But because of the California fires, they had to move them, so they moved them down to Phoenix, the Cardinals Stadium. But from what I heard though, was that Cardinals fans that have season tickets, they were like giving them to people that were coming from LA.
Yeah. So there
that was like a thing, and then. It was just like people priority were like LA people because like originally they would watch their LA team fucking dominate in LA, but because of the fires they had to move it. So that was like a thing I had heard too. I don't know how true that is, but and then half off price
tickets for whoever didn't get tickets to the game.
Yeah,
essentially this is a big game, especially for the Rams because the Rams obviously NFC. They're in the Cardinals division. So.
I was about to ask that. They're in the same division, right?
So, I mean, this is fitting to have an NFC team in the same division play at Cardinal Stadium, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sad what's going on in LA. I mean, a lot of things are being postponed. A lot of things.
Yeah, it's just like, not there.
It's crazy right now. I think the Lakers basketball games they're starting back up. I don't know if Kings hockey is starting back up, but my understanding is like the Weeknd was supposed to perform in Pasadena. I know this has nothing to do with sports, but he had to. He was going to perform in Pasadena.
Yeah,
and he has now postponed his like launch party for his album. He moved his album to the 31st, I believe, and that Pasadena like concert's over. He's not going to do it. He basically is going to take whatever proceeds that he could put towards the fire. He's going to do that. That's the rumor. Which I understand. I don't think anybody wants to do anything in LA right now except for help the fire situation.
You know what? I'm going to say this, and this may be an unpopular opinion thing. I love it, Emil. No. Hear me out. So, I want to say this. I think there's times, especially like sports teams, concerts, performers. So like a time like this, right? So he had, in Pasadena. Yes, the air quality probably is bad and stuff, but they're not in danger of the fire at that point. It's more of just it's the air
Pasadena?
quality. Yeah.
They were very in danger. There was an Altadena fire, so Altadena is above Pasadena.
And also Pasadena is where they have all the firefighters staying
so
right
like
now.
Okay. But what I'm saying is, like, a lot of times people cancel things. They don't want to. They don't have to.
Yeah.
They're only doing it because they know if I have this concert, everyone else is going to look at me like I'm a fucking piece of shit because I'm doing it during a time when I probably shouldn't. No one's in, like, I'm saying, let's just say it was like during a time when no one's in harm or nothing. They're like, no one's in harm. Nothing's going to happen. We're fine. But I can't do it because now the public's going to look at me if like, oh, look, this is what the Weeknd was doing when the fires were happening in California. Yeah. And that's really what it is. And I'm not going to say everyone, but for the most part, that's why people are... Okay, Emil. Emil likes to see the good in people. And I forget that he's lived in LA, but somehow he doesn't realize there's piece of shit people.
Of course there's piece of shit people.
Especially these performer people.
Of course, dude. But, I mean, you look at, like, you're a performer. You're going to have fucking, like... what 20, 30,000 people come to your show? Okay, logistically, that's traffic. Like, what does the Rams stadium hold? Like 60,000, 70,000?
I think so, yeah.
In that range?
Yeah.
So imagine that traffic, and you're like, okay, we're going to take resources away from the community to, like, police traffic or do something. You have a major event like that, there's got to be a fire truck.
I was going to say
nearby, paramedics just in case.
I was going to say
for a football game,
and that's something else they brought up. Not only because of the fires, but because obviously they wouldn't have enough
support,
emergency medical services at the game like they normally would because they have to go do the fires. But now I'm thinking about it, if we're going to be pieces of shit, the Rams and the fucking the Vikings are pieces of shit. Because like instead of like postponing the game, they're just like, no, this game has to happen. Fuck the Fires. I don't care if California burns down.
Ultimately, it has to happen.
I know.
There's 32 teams.
I know, but there are people looking at the Rams and Vikings like, wow, they're still gonna play this game. Like, you know, no one can just like, oh, I'm gonna transfer from this house to the house in Phoenix so I can be safe. They're pretty much saying like, oh, my house over here might get burnt down, so let's go play at someone else's so this game can still happen. So, people are dying and we're still gonna play our football game.
The thing is too, okay, so just
and how come no one's giving them shit?
Well, I mean, we could have gave Notre Dame and Georgia shit for playing a day after a terrorist attack in the same town that the terrorist attack happened.
You're talking about
the Sugar Bowl
in
New Orleans.
New Orleans, I can think.
I mean, they could have moved that game, but logistically and money wise, Pasadena was already taken care of. Now we could have fucked away a whole entire Rose Bowl if this would have happened prior to. The Rose Bowl was already taken care of. Arizona was playing a game at home. There was not a lot of logistic movement that Notre Dame and Georgia could do. And then also you have to look at the board of directors that were like, no, we're going to postpone the game, but you're playing tomorrow. But you're going to play tomorrow at 1:00. Those guys they had family in town. They were on lockdown. Like this fire itself, yeah, these guys could catch shit. Hands down. But look at all the people that bought Pasadena tickets for the weekend. They're probably not gonna get their money back because that's gonna be postponed till a later date.
You know, don't they do like you can either keep your tickets for the later date or get your money back?
But it's the weekend though. I mean,
I would get my money back.
I wouldn't even have
spent the money, but in the first place. But yeah.
Hey, can I just be completely honest with you?
You're gay.
No, I wanted the fucking album. Fuck a concert. I wanted the album.
Yeah, but of course they got to do the whole.
But he's got to move the fucking album back, like music.
Got to do the
stuff.
release party.
Yeah, he's got to do all this fucking shit. Just release the album. What did the Michael Jackson sample not clear? I mean, he's got a Michael Jackson sample on his fucking record. Did not clear?
I have no idea. I'm not a big Weeknd fan, so I don't know.
I like his music.
Yeah,
but would I go watch him in concert? I don't know. Probably not.
No. But then again, as I'm getting older, there's a lot of people I wouldn't see. Even people I would normally want to see. I'm just like, I don't want to go through all that.
Blink-182.
No, Blink-182 I'm going this year. I don't give a fuck what anyone says I'm going. I'm going by myself.
Dude, I want to see him so I want to see him so bad. I've seen Green Day twice.
What? I'll go just so we can record the difference between your excitement.
I don't want your vibe, though. I'd just rather go alone.
How much you want to bet they're going to do all the small things again?
Wait, Emil, are you a Cheshire Cat guy, or are you?
It's an album.
He's
not. I honestly don't know like who you are as far as like music goes. Yeah. Like how I feel with Blink-182. I don't know who you feel like that with anyone.
Oh really?
And I don't think you do with anyone because I don't think you like. So? I don't think I think you love music, but I don't think you have like because I get what you're saying. Oh, you're gonna go listen to Blink-182 sing all the small things again. Yeah, I get that. But you're like a Metallica type guy, not Metallica, but like you're one of those where like you also listen to music that's like you've heard 40,000 times.
Yeah,
because they've been around for so damn long. So
Phil Collins.
So why are you talking shit?
I listen to Phil Collins.
Yeah, why? Why are you talking shit? Yeah, I want to see Blink-182 sing all the small things live. And you know what? Blink-182 they're amazing because they sometimes switch up lyrics. So it's not the same thing every time.
That's so tight.
And they're funny in between and they do like cool things and you just don't get it, dude.
Sign me up, dude. I'll go.
You're not going.
That sounds really dope.
I will give you money to not go with me.
That sounds so sick.
I'll buy a negative ticket for you. That way you don't go to Blink. I'll make sure you are not allowed to go to the venue just because I don't want your bad negativity just like,
don't waste your time on me.
I'm not going to waste my time on you. You fucking piece of shit. I don't want you. I don't want you in that area. I want to enjoy it all by myself.
We're doing it right now. This is it.
I'm going to spend $7,000 just to sit pit
next to Kourtney Kardashian.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Have a blast.
I will. I'll finger blast her.
Please tell mom this is not her fault. Do they do that song live?
They do everything live.
Adam's song just fucking open with Adam's song.
You know, I'll say this. Yes, Blink-182 is like over the top. But I've always, maybe this is like a high thought too, but I've always thought anyone that sings, raps, plays any instrument. That's gay. It's just like, it's awkward. It's like, because I think about this. Like, think about like people go up and do like music.
Yeah.
Not every concert they're 100%. Not every concert they're believing what they're singing. Not every concert they feel what they're singing. So can you imagine like someone getting so deep into a song and having to show the emotions and and then just be like, thanks guys. So this next one, it's like, oh, you just like put on like a little act for like 2 minutes. And like made it very awkward and gay. Like you felt the feelings of your song, and I saw it in you. And now you're just gonna get out of that character and be a different character for a different song. Like it's so rappers, they're all the same. Yeah. Rappers that act hard, and then you go see them in person, and they're just like, "What's up, man?" It's like, oh, you're just putting on like an act, it seems corny. No matter how hard of a rapper, no matter how badass of a screamo band you are, you're all just putting on an act for the night, and it just seems corny when you really think about that. And I really got that point when I get high and listen to music. I'm like, this is dope. But when you think about it, like they have to act in 2 minutes to feel like a sad feeling.
2 bands that I can legitly say don't put on an act in the front, and I just saw them just recently, is Green Day. And then surprisingly, dude, I'll say surprisingly.
Lately, Green Day's been trash, though. I've seen a lot of bad shit about them. They're getting like way into their head. They're all.
Well, they put out their first record in a while since.
No, but I saw some shit where they were like live and like they were fucking up the music in the background, like the whoever was controlling the volume, and they walked off stage. Like they're just getting like old to the point where they're just like, look, we know who we are. We shouldn't be treated this way. There should be no interruptions in our band. And they just fucking, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're doing that right now.
So, the show that we went to, like, there was no issue.
And I've heard Billy Joel's always been, like, a piece of shit. Or Billy Joe, whatever the fuck his name is.
Billy Joe.
The lead singer, yeah. Is it Joe or Joel?
Billy Joe.
Billy Joe.
L, okay.
Yeah, no, from what the 2 times that I've seen him, no issue. I know he's had his issues with, like, drugs and alcohol.
Hell yeah.
And that's what's led him to the type of shit that he's done, like the iHeartRadio situation and all that stuff. But surprisingly, they were really good. And that was the second time I saw him. And the Smashing Pumpkins, dude. For some reason, the Smashing Pumpkins came out and was like, hey, you know what? Like, we showed up. It's been a very fucking long time since we've been on stage.
Yeah. They're more grateful than
anything. Yeah, they're gonna rock the fuck out.
Yeah.
And NoFX was there too.
Oh, nice.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude. I mean, there's that stadium run for Green Day was pretty solid. They had the Linda Lindas there. It was nice.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's always had Green Day's always had a special like place in my heart. My wife's favorite band, that's her favorite band. It was one of my favorite bands. Blink's obviously one of mine.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. His drug and alcohol addiction has been like, I think what led to him being like having that weird, like just off the wall attitude and like mentality.
Yeah.
And I think it fucked with a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people lost a lot of respect for him. But the music lately has been good. I mean, I haven't had an issue with it.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Like I said, I'll definitely be going to Blink-182 alone. No, because and Blink-182 is one of those bands where like unless you're as big of a fan as me or more, then I don't want you around because you're not gonna. I'm one of those people where like, especially if I invite you, like, hey, you want to go watch Blink-182 with me? If I look over and I see you not enjoying it as much as I am, and I know why you're not because you're not as big of a fan as I am or more. And it kind of kills my vibe because I'm like, oh man, like he's not having a good time or they're not having a good time, and now I kind of feel bad, like they're just kind of like here because I'm, they came with me. And I started thinking, and it ruins the fucking concert for me. I saw Blink-182 back in Denver, and but it was with what's his name, Tom DeLonge wasn't Matt Skiba.
Oh,
we talked about it.
Yeah.
And I went with my buddy, and he knew some of the songs, he knew the main songs, you know what I'm saying, but like the new album that came out he didn't know, and I knew all the songs, and I could just see when those songs came on he kind of just like, I'm gonna go use the restroom or whatever, and it kind of like I started like, oh man, like I feel bad that he's here now, and like it fucked it for me. So I've always said like if I ever go again, it's gonna have to be with either someone that is like fan as money, or I'm gonna have to just go by myself. But then I think about it, and this is just me thinking. This is how I think in my head. I know I'm talking about a lot, but then I think about it, and I'm like, man, no, because now I'm at the age where I don't. When I was younger, going to the movie theaters, going to concerts, going to baseball games alone was cool. It was fun. It was exciting. You're young. You can explore new things. People see you, and they're like, that's a cool looking guy. Let's just see what he's up to all by himself. Oh, you're by yourself? You want to come with us? You get invited and things like that.
Yeah.
As you get older, it's like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to. Yeah, sometimes you get invited to a gangbang. It's like, whoa, I just went to a Cardinals game, and now I'm having a gangbang. But no, and now as I get older, I'm like, I want to go to a Blink-182 concert alone. But I think about it, it's kind of depressing now, because as you get older, you want to experience, you want to share things with other people.
Yeah.
Like when I watch UFC, I always watch UFC alone, especially if I'm at home.
What the fuck?
I make my kid watch it with me.
I try to make my wife watch it as much as possible. Like, you know, she gets into it.
Just pretend she does get into it.
No, she actually gets into it. Right. Like, she's actually like, who am I rooting for? Like, who's this? Or she'll start asking questions, and then like when people are starting to beat the fuck out of each other, my wife's like, hell yeah, knock them out, let's go. And I'm like, the fuck is going on here?
No, you like. With like Saida, she's such a girl. I have to give her a backstory for her to be interested in the fight. I have to explain to her like, oh, this guy, like, he's up and coming. He has a kid with autism, and his wife is whatever, and like with Mike Perry, like his girlfriend or wife for the longest time was like his corner man. Like he had no one else, just her. She was the one giving him water, icing him up, talking to him. I don't know if you know that. When he was in UFC, his only corner person was his wife at the time.
Fired his whole entire fucking training because they said that he said they weren't helping him win fights. Which, I mean, honestly, if we date back to Mike Perry's situation, Mike Perry was getting fucking blasted in every UFC fight he fought in. Yeah. Now he owns bare knuckle. He is the guy. He's the fucking guy. But fight. Not to cut you off. Sorry.
No. But yeah. So like I would have to give my girl like the backstories of these fighters, and then she'd be like, oh, okay, and she'd be interested. It's just like any movie that they watch, they need like a little like I need to know where this is going.
You gotta get a little pumped up on it.
Yeah. So then I would get her into it, but like. Then for the most part, she would just lose interest and like walk off, and my kid would just go and play in his room, whatever. But like I would just watch the fights, and I'm like, man, like I realize it is cool to be able to just be by yourself and enjoy these things. But at the same time, like there's so many times I caught myself like when something would happen in a fight, I'd be like, oh, you have no one to talk about it with. Yeah. And especially like with the concert thing, like even if I invite her, I can't, like, when this song comes on, I can be like, oh, remember this song came on around this time? Because we're especially different ages, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm a fucking, what is it? Crib robber? Whatever they call him?
Cradle robber?
Huh? Cradle robber?
Yeah,
like a younger girl. But, like, so clearly she was nowhere around that time with Blink-182, so she doesn't really get it. So, like,
I'm sorry. You said cradle robber?
Yeah.
How old is she?
7.
27. You fuck. Say the first number.
And how old are you?
7. No, 31.
This is not cradle robbing, dude.
No, but like okay, and it could
it's not even close.
Okay. I was just saying that for the fact that the music taste.
It's
a big jump. To her, Blink-182 is like, I guess, cool. She's not. She was already outside of the realm of like the 90s music.
What's cool as shit to her music? Like class. What's her?
I don't
classic
even. I don't.
You don't know. You haven't talked to her in months.
No. Yeah, we haven't conversated. We have the kid.
Yeah.
We watch them.
Yeah.
We go to bed. Yeah. And then we just do it all over again the next day. We don't really talk.
Just hand her the baby and then push a diaper into her chest.
Yeah. Food now. He's hungry. He's crying. No, but. She's just like, she's in her own world with music. She's into like completely different genres me, different taste in music, and so it's tough.
Pitbull. She looks like she likes Pitbull.
No, because I like Pitbull. Even Pitbull's not Mexican enough for her.
Really?
Yeah, dude. She's bean. Like
she likes like Ramon Ayala.
Like
Bad Bunny.
She should have a green card.
Oh fuck.
She's really bad. No, Bad Bunny is mainstream for her.
Yeah, okay,
she's into like
Los
Tigres del Norte.
Fun fact: I have an uncle I have a Theo that's in the band.
Really?
Swear to God.
Oh shit.
Tigers of the North. You got an uncle in there?
Swear to God.
Oh, bro.
Tigers of the North.
Whoa,
I swear to God.
Come on.
I think we're related from the girl he was married to. I think they broke up, so she
got an uncle. You got an uncle in the Toucans from Tijuana?
Los Tucanes?
Yeah.
No.
Damn.
No. But I did see him in Coachella, but no, I didn't.
Los Tucanes de Tijuana performed at Coachella?
Yeah.
How much cocaine was being handed around?
Oh, dude, there was, like you've seen like raves,
just gallon bags of cocaine.
You've seen like raves, right, where people hold like poles.
Yeah.
So many people had poles of like all cartel members. Like there was like El Chapo.
Whoa,
there was what's his name from Colombia.
Whoa.
They were all holding those up during their it was dope, but but going back to it, but yeah, so she's like in her own thing of music and entertainment, so it's very hard to find like a medium in that. I don't know how we've worked this long, but but no, what I'm saying is though, Blink-182 for me is just like, yeah, I love him so much. I would go by myself, but I'm at the age now where like I need to find someone else as a friend that I can enjoy it with.
Yeah,
that I can explain. Like I can tell you like, oh, you just saw, like when I watch UFC fights, I want someone to watch the fights with me so I can be like, bro, you just saw that too. Like, wasn't that crazy? We could talk about it in the moment, because I see so many exciting things in concerts and fights and stuff that I look over and I'm like, oh,
So
I just got to keep it to myself. I can't share my excitement with nothing. Even if I try to explain to her why this is such an amazing fight or why this song means so much, she's not going to get it. She's going to be like, oh, that's cool. She's going to see my enthusiasm, but she's not going to feel the same I feel.
You know what I can say?
This is so sad. I'm sorry.
I do actually. So the next time you see me, I have something for you.
Oh.
Blink-182 related. But the one thing, being a Blink fan, I will say this. I am very happy where the band is now. Mm-hmm. But also, I can give my big ups to Matt Skiba, because being removed from the band itself gave Matt Skiba life to go back to Alkaline Trio and make a fucking banger of an album.
I never was an Alkaline Trio fan, so I don't.
Dude, he getting kicked out of that band, like not getting kicked out, but Tom coming back, him knowing his role, like I'm
just filling a spot.
I was just filling a spot. I'm gonna go back to doing whatever I'm doing.
Yeah.
Fueled the fire for him to go and get back with everybody in Alkaline and just fucking and make a banger of an album. Like literally, when you get a chance. Alkaline, I know, is very like depressing, stuff like that, but like they have great music.
Well, see, this
Alkaline Trio's dope.
No, yeah, they are dope. Which for the long time, your ASAP Rock shirt, I thought it was an Alkaline Trio shirt, because
Aesop Rock.
Aesop Rock.
Oh,
sorry,
yeah.
I didn't say Aesop. Anyways,
Rock?
The way it was written.
So for the record, that's who I.
Okay.
He has an Aesop Rock sweater.
That's who I'm obsessed with.
But it looked like a Alkaline Trio sweater. The first time I saw it, it looked like a rock band sweater. Sorry, but with Blink-182 though, I think they're one of the bands that they have. As long as you have one or the other, as long as you have Tom, or if you have damn, I'm blanking. Mark. Mark. As long as you have one of them, you're good, because think about it. We had after Blink-182, we had Boxcar Racer, which was
Boxcar is going to make a comeback.
Which was what, Tom
and Travis,
and then whoever else from Blink-182.
Who was Angels and Airwaves?
Angels and Airwaves was Tom.
No, Mark.
No,
sorry.
Tom. Angels and Airwaves is Tom.
Yeah, Tom. Sorry, my bad.
No,
so Tom was in both spinoffs?
There was 3. So from Blink-182, there was Plus 44.
Yep.
There was Boxcar Racer, and then there was Angels and Airwaves.
So Plus 44 was Mark.
First?
Plus 44 and Boxcar Racer were around the same time.
Yeah. And those
when Blink-182 split up, Tom went off to Boxcar Racer and Mark did Plus 44. Then from that, and Plus 44 pretty much sounded like Blink-182.
Yes.
Because it was mainly just him singing, and even now and then Travis would drum for that as well.
Yep.
Travis was dope. That's why I've always loved Travis. I hate that people give him shit now because he's with Courtney, and he's only getting shit because he's with the Kardashians and all that shit. But aside from that, he was just like a low-key, chill drummer that just got along with everyone. He'd fucking drummed for rappers, drummed for punk rock, all these bands. He was just a cool, chill dude. And he's dating one of the Kardashians and he's getting all this shit. And I get it, whatever. Everyone dissects the families, whatever. But that kind of bums me out, especially being a Blink fan. But anyways, he's always kind of been like you at least need him. Yeah. But with Blink, like I said, then you had Angels and Airwaves, which is Tom DeLonge and Travis, no Mark. So like what I'm saying is, it was crazy that this is why I like Blink so much. They were so great that they just, even though they split up, they still had like the really good, like I love Boxcar Racer. I love one of the, what's the Red album?
So I think it was just self-titled, wasn't it?
Self-titled, yeah. That one alone, I love every single song of it. Plus 44, there's like 3 or 4 songs. That one's a little bit tough. But Angels and Airwaves, love some Angels and Airwaves. Like it's just crazy to see how they can like expand out. But after all that happened, Matt coming back, and then it was just nice to see them all come back together.
And the other thing is too is Boxcar's making a second album. Yeah, that's a rumor that's been. So they're Blink's working on another album. And Boxcar's working on an album.
Yeah, and
I'm separate to the situation.
Feeling like this might. I thought last year it might have been, but I think this year might be their last year. I just have this feeling.
Dude. Nah, they got.
I don't want that.
They got at least 3 more albums in them, dude.
I fucking hope so, dude. I love it. But either way, like I said, this year I'm going. I'm gonna figure out a way.
Real quick, not to segue. So A$AP Rock. So
A$AP Rock.
A$AP Rock. Are you an MF Doom fan? And
that's
shit. Okay, fizz bump me. I got you.
He's all that,
dude.
That's his stuff. That's more of what he's like. That's why I'm saying he's not like a.
Oh man,
that's what I like. That's what I like.
You like the underground hip hop?
Yeah, I do.
Yo,
I do, and I like metal. I get excited about certain metal bands.
But
like anyone that I would like travel to go see, like A$AP Rock. But he doesn't perform live anymore.
What about Brother Ali?
Brother Ali is one of my favorites.
I'm telling you, bro, this shit is
what's the record? All the beauty in this whole world.
Yep.
No, what's it called?
No.
All the beauty in this life.
Yes, I think it is.
With the fucking...
You got Murs.
Living Legends.
Off the top of my fucking head, the God Loves Ugly. Fuck.
Come on. What's his name?
God damn it.
He's the label, dude. Come on. What's his name?
Fuck.
You say the group name or his name?
Slug?
That's his name.
And then you got fucking... Murs and him did an album.
Yeah.
So I'm like...
But him and the DJ...
Fuck. Yo, it was all in the top.
Starts with an A.
Shit, I blinked.
At.
Wait, what?
At. This is the first sound.
I'm not even gonna try that.
Atmosphere.
That's right. Okay.
And it's one of those things. Like as soon as I said it, you were like,
yeah. No, but straight up though, like under that underground hip hop, fucking stomps anything mainstream. Like if you pick up an album, like I've got a bunch of shit at home, dude.
So okay, you guys explain to me this. Knowing the popularity and how great of that music is, that's underground. How come it never made it above ground?
It did
because there's a lot of music you guys listen to.
There's a number of reasons, and that's what kind of like adds to the hip hop lure of like fucking R.A. the Rugged Man.
Yep.
Like featured for Biggie, featured for Wu-Tang, and he was supposed to get his own deal and whatever, and then he got drunk and said something crazy to an executive, and they were like, "Fuck you, go away."
Yep.
Like
and that one thing ruined his entire career.
So there's like stories like that, and then like A$AP Rock that I like a lot. He's battled like mental health issues for a long time. So he would like overcome like a lot of like manic episodes to like go on tour, or go on the road, or do live things. He hasn't done a live thing in like 10 years.
Yeah.
He just stays in his apartment smoking and making music.
The only one that I could think of that actually made it mainstream and will forever be the lure of underground hip hop is MF Doom. Like MF Doom really,
and he even like it's arguable. Like I feel like he blew up mainstream like once he died. Like
once he died, yeah.
Not right when he died, but like around that time.
Yeah.
Because he was like a little more like he was getting a little more of his flowers before he left, but he definitely got a lot more once he did pass.
That's everyone, but yeah.
Yeah.
Juice WRLD.
Yeah.
Fucking
Mac
Miller.
I didn't know who any of those people were
until
because I was so
away.
Stuck in like the older shit. Like, yeah, Mac Miller and Juice WRLD. Like, fuck, what's the other kid? The emotional kid? XXX Tentacion. Like I've liked every single one of his songs I've heard, but like because I wasn't into him, and then I think I actively stayed away from it because I was like, I'm not just gonna like get on this because he died.
Yeah.
But like now over the years, like it's just you can't control playlists and shit. If it pops up, I'm like, oh, this is dope.
Yeah.
And there's
the one that fucked me up the most was Mac Miller. Mac Miller was one of my favorite artists, and that one fucked me up because it was just.
Was he one of those that like a lot of people found when he was smaller and then like grew with them?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know too much about Mac Miller. I like his music. I think I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a fucking. I mean, like the clothes I got was like Dat Piff. Remember Dat Piff?
Yeah.
It was a website where you could find like all the underground like music, or you could find like unreleased music from Drake and all this shit, whatever, or like, you know, all those bootleg,
like the mixtapes and shit.
Yeah. So that's the closest I ever got to like finding music like that. But outside of that, I never was into, you know, like all that stuff. So like, I think I got into Mac Miller, Juice WRLD, Extentacion, whatever. I got into them once they got popular, which I don't like, but it is what it is. I found them, and like he said, I became a fan of Mac Miller around the time when he was either about to pass away, like it or like a year before he was going to pass away, or after he passed away. I listened more to his music, but I mean, and that's just natural. Like it's not that they pass away and now I got to go see what they're up to. No, it's when the person passes away and they have a big enough fan base, they start sharing their music so much more, and it starts happening. You start seeing it more. You start seeing it in posts and on people's stories. And then you're like, oh shit, that's a dope song I never heard before. And now you're like, oh shit, that was Mac Miller. And that's what I hate. I hate finding music from these people after they've passed away and then becoming a fan, because it's like, I want more of this. And it's like, you can only listen to what they've put out until they died. So it kind of sucks. But I came into Mac Miller and all them, the people that passed away, I came into them around the time when I guess people would consider them mainstream.
Yeah, like the thing with Mac is he started out with like low level mixtapes. He was slinging them in Pittsburgh. Like he's just another Pittsburgh artist, but his first mixtape was very boom bap hip hop. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and then
KRS-One, that's another one.
Yeah,
who's that?
KRS-One. He said boom bap. Sorry,
but like you had like a lot of boom bap from him.
Hey, don't do that again.
And then basically like what happened was I think he found his structure. I really do. I think he found producers that he could have around him, and then the real music, the real pain, the real agony. Like a lot of shit started coming out, and then once you got to that final record, before he died, you could tell. Like he did the record that was like very ominous to like. It was kind of an homage to fucking. The fuck is her name? She was in Wicked. Ariana Grande.
Don't talk shit on her.
No, I'm not talking shit.
What are you about to say about my girl?
Hey,
they dated.
They dated.
Yeah.
They dated for like a while. That record was very much so an homage to her. Like he put a lot of heart into that record.
Yeah.
And then going forward, you know, like you get these very depressive records, but luckily. Like now,
records,
his brother has his family, the estate. His brother mainly.
Did they just release a song?
They released a song. They're releasing an album at the end of the month.
Oh, okay.
Which this album executives were like, we don't want to fucking hear this. It's too depressing. And his brother was like, we're putting it out. I don't give a fuck what you think.
Doesn't matter.
All streaming. Yeah. We're done. Like that's it, you know. And so the record's good. I've listened to it. I
listened to the whole album.
There's gonna be a whole album at the end of the month, or on the 18th.
Oh, okay.
So one record now, but
yeah, no, it's always fun finding people or like finding new people and then going back to like their first stuff and just seeing how you can tell they every song in one album is just trying out a different type of like song. You know what I'm saying? Because like I Drake and Wiz Khalifa were the two people that I felt like I fell in with Wiz Khalifa during like Kush and OJ.
Yeah.
You know, was it Burn After Rolling? Like the underground, like the mixtapes they had, and like the music he played then to now it's crazy. It's that different. You see it like you see he's trying to find his way in that one album. He has like he has like dance songs, and then he has like smoking weed songs, and then he has like, you know, going on a cruise song. Like he has like different types of songs all in one album. And then as you follow him, and then when you see like the first album where he gets big, and then after that you're like, oh, he like zones in on a type of type of rap.
Yeah.
And then that's just who he is. But like Drake did it too. Mac Miller did it too. Like you said, he had like boom bap like type beats. And then he eventually finds his way, just like, with stand up. Everyone talks about it all the time. Like that's something I've never understood. Like with comedians, they do that where they say like he finally found his voice. I never understood what that meant.
Yeah.
Like because no one really sings and shit. But what they mean is you have different ways you do jokes or you tell jokes. You have, you're very expressive or you're just kind of standing there or you're very monotone or you're outgoing, whatever. And you can tell in different jokes people are a different way. But eventually you find your voice. You find the type of style you use. And I saw that with music. And it was always a trip too because like it kind of sucks because like I said, being fans of them so early on, some of the stuff that they didn't keep later on now, you miss that.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of missed why don't we have a Wiz Khalifa and fucking, it was an MGMT?
Yep.
Again, something like that. Like, that was dope, but obviously that's not him no more. He's more, whatever he is. So
I don't even know what the fuck he's doing.
I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, that's a case where I was like, damn, like, but he went with, like, what most fans liked. They liked the rap, the hardcore, the smoking the weed, the mellow. They didn't want the party songs with him and stuff. And
I'm gonna tell you this: you might want to sift through Emil's records because if you want some solid ass hip hop music, the people we just named, and if Emil has records by them, trust me.
I don't have records.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
we'll make
I have one record.
We'll literally make a list and we'll send it to you because you have Apple Music, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
He'll do that too. We do it all the time. We send music to each other and stuff.
So that's what I'm saying.
I send him new stuff that he's obviously never gotten to, and he sends me stuff that I missed.
I used to be big on the producers, bro. Ninth Wonder, the fucking J Dillas. I used to be able to name fucking samples for artists that were like their music and shit. Like I used to love that, but we don't have that this day and age. What's the score in this fucking game, too?
I don't know.
But
it's still a blowout.
Probably.
It's 12:41. It is 27-9. Sorry. Yeah.
Wait, what? 20 what?
27-9.
So
No.
they're coming back.
There's a chance.
With 12,
it's not over.
12:41.
Dude, I watched that shit live, the Indianapolis, Tampa Bay in like 2003.
Yeah.
Peyton's like biggest fourth quarter comeback ever. I think they scored like 24 points or some shit in the fourth quarter. Something stupid. I don't remember what it was. I just remember watching it live and like thinking like, wow, that was nuts. And like every year they still talk about that when a team's trying to come back in the fourth quarter. But that's huge. That's a big deficit. It's very uncommon that they'll come back from that.
And here's the thing. That is a fucking 14-2 team getting beat by a 10-7 team right now. Getting their asses handed to them. Like,
I don't know, but football really is anything can happen.
Yeah, but
we see it so many times.
But
blowouts or fucking upsets.
But here's the thing, though. We're talking about Sam Darnold. This is the same Sam Darnold. Like they're talking about trading the quarterback that they picked like in last year's fucking draft to keep Sam Darnold as their starting quarterback. JJ McCarthy is gonna either go they're gonna go somewhere. He's going somewhere supposedly. Now, if that happens, this is your king. This is who you decide to keep on your fucking football team for next year and the years to come.
Yeah.
You can't beat a Rams team with an aging Stafford, okay? And you have all the offensive weapons in the fucking world. Like, Minnesota was picked to win the Super Bowl by a lot of people. But they can't get past the finish line because they can't beat themselves. Like, they're playing against themselves right now. Like, LA should be down 27-9. That's dead in the water. They don't have a defense. Their offensive weapons are here and there. Minnesota's the team that should be on top. And just like any of these games, not to segue into sports already, but any of these games that I'm looking at right now, there's no definitive winner. I'll be honest with you. Detroit looks like a strong team, but Washington can definitely upset them. If LA wins by the end of this game, Philly is smacking the shit out of them.
Philly's winning, yeah.
It's in Philly. Buffalo and Baltimore is the best looking game and possibly the Super Bowl contender if in fact Kansas City gets knocked out.
I think Baltimore.
I truly, I mean, Lamar Jackson's having another MVP season. I just don't know if Josh Allen's ceiling is there yet. I truly believe that Josh Allen is still that guy who's going to sit and he's going to stare at the winning team and hopefully one year it comes together, or maybe he pulls it out of his hat and goes all the way this year. Mahomes, they're beatable, dude. They're beatable. But you just got to make sure that you put him on his ass every time he plays.
Okay.
Of the NFC teams, who do you think has the best shot of beating Kansas City in the Super Bowl?
Detroit.
Washington, Detroit, Philly.
Well, you know what?
Philly.
I think Philly does, yeah.
I think Philly.
Yeah, Philly. Philly has the defense.
Remember, I did say Detroit, Kansas City.
They have the defense, and they have fucking Saquon. And if he gets going, and you just get ahead, and then you can just keep feeding him. You just keep
feeding him. Yeah. I mean, look at the game last night. They were pissed off that he didn't break off a run. He had a break off run to put them up, even more, and he slid. Mm. And a lot of the players were pissed because they were like, why didn't you just take the run? Like, he was at 2,000 yards. Yeah. These games don't count towards his yardage on the season. But still, it's Saquon Barkley.
And they were up, right?
They were up, yeah.
Wasn't his excuse just to
He was to ice the game.
Himself? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, we're looking at...
Why rub it in their face? We're already winning. The game's almost over.
This is my thing, though, with Washington. Washington scares me. And the reason why Washington scares me is Bobby Wagner, he may be aging, but he's a great middle linebacker and can really get a defense cohesive. If Jaden Daniels starts to go off with McLaurin, that spells trouble. So we could potentially look at an upset in that game because Detroit's kind of wounded right now. All right. I mean, yeah, they traded for the defensive end for the Browns. They don't have Aiden Hutchinson. Okay, like they're coming into this game coming off of a loss. I'm sorry, a win. They won. They beat Minnesota, but still, they're coming off of they're on a bye week. Where Jaden Daniels gets that week where he's already played and he's going into another game, and they're actually like they're ready to go. There's no break. There's no 1 week break. Where Detroit has a 1 week break, Philly doesn't. They're gonna go full steam ahead. The other thing is if Houston got a lot of weapons back, minus the ones that are hurt, like Tank Dell and that was the other wide receiver, Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins is back. They got their wide receivers back. They might upset the Kansas City Chiefs if that defense plays the way that they played yesterday. Baltimore and the Bills, that's a shootout waiting to happen. I can't even pick that game. I could tell you it could be Baltimore, but then I could tell you it's Buffalo. That game is going to depend on both quarterback play and defensive play for sure.
I think Baltimore.
You think Baltimore wins?
Okay, so let's do this. All right,
but
so
I agree with everything you said, but I like something in me says Baltimore.
So let's do this. Okay, so obviously there's 4 games left until we get down to it for now. We'll just go through the 4. You pick which team you think is going to win. We don't really need an explanation because you just explained every single team.
Gotcha.
But just based off the matchup, and then you just pick a team.
Okay.
We'll do obviously Texans, Kansas City.
I'm going to take Kansas City.
Okay. Emil?
Kansas City.
Yeah, Kansas City. Let's do Baltimore, Buffalo, and gun to your head. So you got to pick one. I'm going Baltimore.
Baltimore.
All right. And Washington, Detroit. I got Detroit.
Detroit.
And then obviously, let's just say Philly and LA.
Philly
and Rams or Philly and Vikings.
Philly.
Yeah.
I'm
saying if that's the case.
Well, actually, hold on.
The game's not over.
Son of a bitch! I just looked at this right now. So it's technically the lowest seed has to play the highest seed.
No, is that right?
Yeah. So the Rams are going to go. It might switch though. Is that Detroit game set in stone? Because what is LA on there? Are they 4?
4. Yeah, 4. Vikings are 5.
So I don't know how that whole thing worked. I know that this game kind of.
No, whoever wins this plays Philly, right? What are you getting at?
How they determine who
plays who. Because we have 3 and 2, 1 and 4. So 1 and 4. Okay, yeah. So
wait. So like whoever wins, it's not gonna go like. Okay, so if Kansas City wins, they go there. Baltimore wins, they go there. Kansas City, Baltimore plays.
So this is aligned. Right? Yeah, this is
I
right.
know. This splits to this. Yeah.
So, but this game here, because I don't know. Maybe it is 4 and 2. Because I know the seeding goes a little bit different. They'll do shit differently.
The number one seed is the best record in the AFC. Number 2 seed, second best. Why are they doing that? That's not what we want to know. Does the number 1 play the lowest seed in the playoffs? In the NFC, the number 1 seeded Detroit Lions will host the team with the lowest seed.
So Washington.
In the
6.
AFC, the number 1 seed Kansas City Chiefs will host the team with the lowest seed.
Oh, Washington is 6, right?
The 4 seed Houston Texans will be on the road unless the 2 seed Buffalo Bills and 3 seed Ravens both lose. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So LA, Philly. So I'm taking Philly.
All right. LA, Philly. Yeah, Philly. Obviously, yeah. But yeah, guys, I don't know. It's gonna get crazy.
So keep it going. So Philly, Detroit.
Oh yeah, sorry.
If it goes to Philly, Detroit.
Oh yeah, it's Phyllis. Okay. So then we'll go on the left side first. So obviously we got Ravens, Kansas City.
Ravens.
And then we got.
I think Kansas City, but I want the Ravens.
Yeah.
Wait, Ravens, Kansas City. I'm going with Kansas City. Mm-hmm. And then obviously we got Detroit, Philly. I want Detroit, but I think Philly.
I think Philly's on a redemption tour.
That's what I remember last year. Well, in December, my prediction was Kansas City, Detroit. So it would be cool if that happened because I have it on record that I said that. And I don't really know football like that. I'm just saying that because I like those colors. But in this case, yeah, I think, like I said, I'd want Detroit, but I think it would be Philly. And I think it would end up being Kansas City, Philly.
So I'm going to say Baltimore, Philly. Even though Detroit and Baltimore would be the Super Bowl that I think a lot of us wanted last year, I think would be a great thing. But I think Philly's on a redemption tour, and if they can stay healthy, for sure they're going to go to the Super Bowl. Baltimore's just got to keep their shit together.
Philly and Baltimore would be dope, though.
Yes.
That would be a great. Either way, whatever if we are right with our picks beforehand, either one of those teams is going to be a great Super Bowl, which is fun. Thank you. Thank God. Yeah. Finally. But yeah, that's our NFL segment. But we got college. This is a main one I want to talk to you about real quick. I know we've kind of been going for a while, so we'll end it soon. But Ohio State and Notre Dame.
OHIO.
Who you got?
Ohio State. I got the bands to prove it. And fuck Michigan.
I want to put money on this game.
Ooh, okay.
So if you were to bet money, how much money and how sure Ohio? Because I'm going Notre Dame. I'm thinking Notre Dame.
Okay.
I'm also thinking Notre Dame.
And this is gonna sound stupid. I love this. The reason I don't really watch college ball until it gets to this point. I've liked how they looked so far. But I love the golden helmets and obviously Shane Gillis. I'm sorry. That's where my mind is. Comedian Shane Gillis is a huge Notre Dame fan.
Clearly.
He's awesome. So you, as someone that watches this specifically, you know these teams. Obviously, you're a big fan, Ohio. If you say Ohio, how much money would you be willing to bet that Ohio is going to beat Notre Dame?
So Monopoly money, because if I say I'm betting money, my wife's going to be like, "What the fuck are you betting money on?"
No, yeah, Monopoly money. And I'm not saying millions, thousands. Like honestly,
I'd say
if you
honestly,
had the money, if you were comfortable using this money,
$1,000.
Damn, really? Ohio State?
And that's okay. Do you want me to give you my reason?
Yeah.
Okay,
this we do, yeah, because this is a game I'm going to watch. I'm excited, that's why.
So we have to look at all spectrums here, okay? Ohio State comes off a very, 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 very shitty loss to Michigan, okay? A loss that is going to be felt by Ohio State fans because you have Dave Portnoy, who fucking picks up his cell phone and talks shit every 5 seconds because he's a fucking graduate of Michigan.
Emil loves Portnoy.
And
I hate him.
I fucking hate him. I hate him.
I don't like him at all.
I honestly, every time that I see Portnoy talk anything, okay, like he brought up the game. And he said technically the winner is still Michigan because Michigan's sitting at home knowing that one loss or the two loss that they gave to Ohio State, one of them is them, okay? And Oregon was the other. We beat the fucking shit out of Oregon in the Rose Bowl game, okay? I'm sorry. At halftime, it's 34-0.
Yeah.
Oregon was the team that everybody picked to go to the national championship game. And unfortunately, it didn't end up that way. So my thing is you see growth. You see a growth from a loss from Michigan, who you don't get your gold pants, okay? And when you go to Ohio State and you beat Michigan, you get gold pants. That's an actual thing. Just like everybody, Minnesota and other teams, they trade axes. They have their shit. All these seniors who are NFL ready for the second year in a row, you're not beating Michigan.
Yeah.
But you're going into the college football playoff, and you're going against a hard Tennessee team. Game was over by halftime. Next game up, Oregon. They already beat you. They know you. 34-0 at halftime. Oregon couldn't even mount a comeback if they wanted to. We get to this past weekend against Texas. Texas had so many weapons. Texas had arguably what would be a top 5 quarterback if he was healthy and had the resume. Game was over by third, fourth quarter, right? If this defense shows up, Notre Dame does not have the type of quarterback who's going to be able to pick the ball up and throw it. They're relying on their run game. They're going to rely on him to run, the quarterback to run. And at the end of the day, their number one running back is hurt right now. Even though the dude's hurdling over people with one leg and a knee brace, he's still hurt. And you got guys like Jack Sawyer. You got guys like Caleb Downs. You got guys who are ready to come up and hit you. That's the type of situation. Then you flip the side of the ball. You got arguably the best freshman wide receiver outside of the kid from Alabama, who's needing to be double teamed. Like, Texas did a great job at slowing him down. They doubled him, okay? And it forced Ohio State to run the ball. It forced them to try to get to Emeka Mbuka or one of their other wide receivers or tight ends. But I feel like Notre Dame has a great defense. I'm not knocking Notre Dame. Notre Dame is here for a reason. They beat Georgia, okay, but they also beat Georgia without Carson Beck.
So let me say this: do you think this game, Ohio Notre Dame, do you think it's gonna be a blowout, or is it gonna be a good game?
I feel like if we're getting to halftime and the game is good, we're gonna finish good. But if Ohio State is up 14-0 coming into halftime, that game is over.
Yeah,
I'm not counting them out. But I'm saying that game is going to be over because the pressure's on, pedal to the metal. Yeah. They're going to continue to put they're going to put their foot on the gas and they're going to go. And that's the thing about Notre Dame is that they have a great coach, but not a lot of those guys are healthy right now. Ohio State's coming in fucking healthy. A couple nicks and bruises here on the offensive line that can be interchangeable.
Yeah.
5-star athletes, they can change it in and out. But at the end of the day, if you're looking at the bright side of things, Notre Dame has a fighting chance. They got to start early, dude. Because if they don't, that game is fucking over.
Yeah, and they're I think because based off I have DraftKings, based off that the betting odds too, Ohio's the one to take it. Because right now, like I don't remember the odds. It's something crazy, but like $20 will get you like fucking 80 if you put it on Notre Dame. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, that and I don't know betting that well. I just know, but like I know when because you can do that. You can punch in like if I was to put $20, what would I win?
Yeah.
And when you see that, you're like, oh shit, that's where you see that's the team that's not supposed to win. So $10 on them is 100 because it's like if they win, like shit, well, okay, we'll give you 100 because they shouldn't have won, and everyone else is going for this other team. So yeah, so when I saw Notre Dame, that's why I was like, fuck, dude, because like I mean, it could be an upset. That's the thing I love about college.
No, I mean, it could.
NFL happens too, but college it happens so much, and you see it all the time. I mean, we saw fucking Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Like you see the big teams take it all the time.
ASU should have honestly outside of the targeting penalty, and we talked about this the episode before the game. That targeting penalty took ASU out of the game completely, and it wasn't even a target.
I don't think it was either. Yeah.
ASU would have been in the game against Ohio State. Now, if Texas, look, man, Quinn Ewers is Quinn Ewers. He's going to decide to do what he needs to do. Carson Beck decided that he wanted to up and leave and go to Miami. Fucking declared to the draft and then said, yeah, actually, you know what? I want to go hang out with my girlfriend in Miami. Miami has their quarterback now. Miami doesn't have to go search. But when it comes down to these big time quarterbacks, right? Like a Carson Beck, dude gets hurt, but he's going to go play in Miami, right? Because you know what? He's learning to be like, you know what? My fucking year was off. I'm not who everybody thought I was. I think that Quinn Ewers is going to do the same thing. Now, mark my words. Quinn Ewers was an Ohio State guy a couple years ago. But he was third man to the fucking wheel. And he left and went to Texas. Now, Quinn Ewers has an opportunity to either declare to the draft into the transfer portal. Because he's not going to play quarterback next year for Texas because that's Arch Manning. If they decide to fuck Arch Manning over again, so help me God, I hope they don't, because that kid is a fucking stud.
He'll go somewhere else.
He'll go to Ohio State or he's going to go to Oregon.
To get more playing time.
Absolutely. But Ohio State's going to need the quarterback. We don't have a transfer quarterback right now. Oregon, yes, they have a quarterback there who's ready. I mean, they're turning the last quarterback that declared to them unclassified and went back to the school that he originally committed to in Cal. So, I mean, they do have a quarterback there to take over there. So, but I truly think that Quinn has the windows are open. He could go to fucking UNC. Bill Belichick's there. Belichick needs a quarterback. Belichick just lost out on a 5-star athlete. I think we'll see how this game plays out. And then we're going to see how the real broad perspective is. Will Howard on Ohio State, like, he's got to stay, like, he's got to stay in it. If he doesn't, it's going to end up like another fucking Michigan game or a fucking Oregon game, and then we're fucked. Because that's the dude who holds the keys to the fucking Maserati, and he's got to drive that bitch. And if he doesn't, we're fucked. And then we're going to be looking at ourselves going, well, Ryan Day is getting fired, and we're probably going to try to figure something out on the transfer portal. Hopefully a Quinn Ewers pops up. Something happens. But I will say this. I like where we're at right now. I like this playoff. I don't like the way it's set up, but I like it. I still feel like people got robbed, and I'll say this next year too if the same shit happens. I feel like Ole Miss got robbed. I feel like fucking South Carolina got robbed. I feel like a lot of teams, and I'm not a big SECer, but I feel like those guys, we would have had a lot more games that weren't fucking blowouts. Penn State looked like a fraud, okay? And and they look like a fraud because they didn't have their quarterback's not ready. Granted, next year, we're going to be looking at that kid, and he's going to be a fucking stud. Watch. Hands down. This playoff has been amazing, but I feel like when it comes down to it, Notre Dame, Ohio State, they haven't played since the fucking 80s or 90s, I believe, in a national championship setting. They did play each other last year, and things have changed. That coach is a legit coach, and I do believe that he's got a fighting chance. But like I said, if that team doesn't show up and it's 14-0 at halftime, somebody's gonna have to make do with what bets they've made, because it's gonna be a massacre.
Yeah, it scares me now because, like I said, I was really
Notre Dame by 3 scores.
By 3, goddamn,
13.
That's what I was saying.
13
like
points. It's going to be a touchdown and 2 field goals. They're going to win by.
I'm saying Ohio State 31-17.
Whoa!
Damn.
31-17.
Honestly, that's probably what it's going to be.
Jeremiah Smith. Jeremiah is going to find.
What's the game next Monday? Huh?
Yeah,
20th.
Smith is going to go off.
They're dragging this fucking college playoff shit out.
Yeah. Oh, when you left,
wouldn't we have a national champion by now the old way?
Yeah, we would.
Like for
on the 10th, we would have had it on the 10th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a week, but last week.
This is getting close to the Super Bowl, huh?
Yeah,
Damn.
so
it's still football. That's
it's
cool.
going like this.
I kind of like that though. It's always weird that they're both football sports. Obviously, they're on different days. So why the fuck don't we just keep
I don't like it.
I think they're fighting for airtime.
I don't like it. I liked it better when it was like, if you're into college, watch it and get it over with the holidays, and then move on to the NFL playoffs.
And then football's done for you.
When you walked away, real quick.
Yeah.
I was reading Jordan something. I guess Jerry Jones has reached out to Coach Prime.
Oh, we talked about this last time.
Yep.
For the Cowboys?
For the Cowboys.
Whoa.
They fired Mike McCarthy this morning.
What are they projected to pick in the draft?
So the rumor is if Dion decides to sign on.
That's what I'm getting at, yeah.
They're projected they're down. I think they're like within the top 10. So Ashton Gentry would have been their pick. But right now, the rumor is that Dak and a first round pick for the number 1 overall pick for Shador.
Yeah.
With Travis ending up at Cleveland. But honestly, if he doesn't take the Dallas job, Shador, I don't know if this is true, and I guess we'll find out in April. But somebody had said the Browns are willing to take a quarterback at 3.
Of course they are.
Well, because Deshaun Massage Watson decided to do TikTok videos and tore his fucking Achilles again. So now his 2025 season, where he was healing off an Achilles injury, is now completely fucked because he did TikTok dances.
Really?
He retore it.
That guy's the worst.
From doing the dances?
From doing the dances.
The worst.
I'm telling you, man. The worst thing Cleveland ever did.
Bro, it's wild because even as like a sports, any athlete of any type, like you really don't do anything outside of your sport.
Nope.
It's even scary practicing. Like the wildest shit, you could sprain an ankle. You know what I'm saying? Like anything to not keep you from being 100. That's why I always thought like it makes sense now because I know they do it less. But like in the NFL, like it's a lot. I don't think they do like hitting drills.
Nope.
They do a lot. It's a lot of their
light
practices.
Drills.
A lot of their practices are just helmets. Like it's very, and that makes sense. Like yeah, but I mean it does and it doesn't because it's like bro, like when you come to the game, you're gonna hit. You gotta practice that. But at the same time, it's like you also don't want to fucking hurt your star players at that time in their career.
Bro.
Anything can happen. They could. It's fucking. That's why, like, bro, like TikTok dances. Really,
he got hurt in October
of last year, 2024.
Yes.
Okay.
And he was healing from the Achilles.
Just chilling at home.
Chilling. And a lot of people came out and were like, "Hey, like, what are you doing at home?"
He got
bored, and got bored. He's got a influential girlfriend, so they started doing TikTok videos. And then they went in and looked to see like what was going on because he came to the facility and my ankle hurts a little bit, whatever. And they're like, Deshaun, you're healing up pretty. Never mind, you got a fucking tear again. So imagine $250 million guaranteed, and this motherfucker has not played 3 full seasons for you. You have now wasted 3 years, and you let Baker Mayfield go ball the fuck out. Like, fuck the Carolina situation, but you let Baker Mayfield go ball out in Tampa. Playoff appearances, and you couldn't say, listen, you know what, Baker, why don't you come back?
He got fucked in that Carolina situation.
He got fucked in Cleveland. And he got fucked in Carolina. Hands down, the Cleveland one, I think, hurt him the most. Because He wasn't at. He was the reason why they got to the playoffs in fucking X amount of years.
I wanted him to win
and almost won that fucking game for them if it wasn't for fucking Haney throwing the fucking ball on a fourth down play. Baker Mayfield is a stud.
Yeah. I saw him truck a guy. That's crazy.
But fucking Cleveland.
See that? A quarterback running it and trucks a fucking lineman?
He's sick as fuck.
He's a great player. Yeah. And Cleveland just said, we want Deshaun. Deshaun was too busy getting massages and getting fucking allegations put against him. He got suspended for 13 games first season? 13 games, comes back, looks like he hadn't thrown a fucking football in years, okay? Then you get him back, full camp, full ready to go, banged up fucking shoulder, banged up fucking whatever. He wasn't getting the massages. Little boner. He wasn't getting his massages already. Then this year, same thing. No massages. They held him back. Yeah. Fucking tears his Achilles. And you know what the Browns Stadium did? Get him the fuck out of here. We don't care if he's hurt. Get him out. Yeah. We don't want to see this shit anymore. People cried over Nick Chubb blowing his fucking knee out because Nick Chubb is the heart of that team outside of Myles Garrett. But I can tell you right now, Deshaun Watson's fucking his whole entire career done. They have said it's in jeopardy for this year.
He's like the D Rose of the NFL or what?
I think he's done. I honestly think he's done.
Yeah.
They're going to have to draft a quarterback. If they don't, they're going to go fucking Travis Hunter, and poor Travis is going to play fucking just corner. What were you going to say, Emil? I can see it in your face.
Nothing. No, I'm listening.
I just feel like I don't know. Aaron Rodgers, done.
Yeah, they said he was going to go to fucking Raiders? Or who was it?
The Raiders are supposedly on the radar. I think he's still... Huh? Yeah, I still think he goes...
If he doesn't retire.
I still think he has one more year with the Jets.
Bro.
As much as I'm a Jets fan, I don't know.
Man. Does the guy need money? What the fuck's going on? He's the last of he's like
Stafford.
Him and Matt Stafford?
Yeah. Stafford, yeah.
Damn, but Stafford don't look that old though. He looks
but Stafford's balling the fuck out.
Obviously, yeah, but I'm saying
but Stafford's got an offensive line.
It's wild though. Yeah, it's just they're so fucking because
New York fucked themselves by not having.
Were they in the draft with Eli? No,
the year after.
After.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Stafford.
No.
Smith. Is it Smith? Cousins.
Stafford.
No, Aaron Rodgers.
Stafford.
We were talking about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers.
Them, right?
Yeah, but Stafford and them were a year after.
Aaron Rodgers was
Eli.
Yeah. Okay.
Aaron Rodgers.
That's what I thought you were talking about. Okay.
Yeah,
because I was gonna say he's Eli. So okay, not even.
That's what it was. Cleveland. Dion might block the Cleveland deal if it comes down to Shador going to Cleveland. He might block it. There's a rumor that he has said that he would openly block it if that's the case because they run quarterbacks. Johnny Manziel, that's his own fault. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest with you. He's
in that documentary, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I haven't watched it yet, but I've seen clips and it looks badass.
Johnny Manziel, Johnny Manziel was a fucking stud.
Yeah,
but he really burned his.
And just him talking about the shit he did is it's fun.
He was on Uncle Sharp, right? He was with Sharp.
Shannon?
Yeah,
maybe.
I think he was, and because there was a clip where he was saying like every time that he had a great game, the night before he partied and smoked weed and stuff and all this stuff. Like he was just talking crazy.
Bro, he was playing games high as fuck, taking Percocets, all kinds of shit, dude. He was. And look,
pounding beer.
Yeah, during Texas A&M games, bro. There's been rumors that he would go to the medical staff and they would give him a fucking Percocet, and he would just go ball the fuck out. Which again, if you're not gonna feel anything, all right.
Yeah.
But Cleveland drafted him, ruined him. The last great thing that happened to them was Baker, and then now if Prime decides that he wants to fucking block a trade like the Mannings did, Cleveland's fucked. Who are they going to take? Cam Ward? And I don't even think Cam Ward's ready for the NFL. But then again, I don't know. Some people would say he is. Some people would say he's not. I still think Travis and Shador are top 2 picks, and I think it falls down there.
Yeah.
Now Tom Brady, I think, is gonna get hit with tampering come next weekend because one of the Detroit offensive coordinators is interviewing for the Vegas job, and because he's part owner, he's doing the broadcasting for that game. So some people are saying that he's going to get hit with tampering because he has to interview him prior to the game.
Tampering.
It was fucking. Just let Tom Brady do what fucking Tom Brady does.
Yeah.
Draft Shador.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot going on in sports, though.
Absolutely.
We got our sportsman Brian on it, though.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving an update for January.
Got you.
We'll see you in February.
See you in February.
What can they follow you on? What are your IGs?
It's my IGs.
Just one, right?
Yeah. Something's coming soon. I got some ideas.
Well, until those ideas come to fruition, we can't talk about them.
No,
because I don't want false promises on anybody.
No false promises. I will say this: I am gonna keep this sports thing to here. I'm not gonna outsource that to my own shit. I like doing it here.
Yeah.
So for sure,
we got to get another sports guy on here with you.
Yeah.
Something, I don't know. We got to figure out.
We got to figure something out.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'll bring all the sports news.
Yeah.
I got you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, fucking thank you again for coming on.
I got you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I think we can still say that. It's January. Yeah, man. That's the fucking episode.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you. That was fun. Emil, I love you.
I love you.
I love you, Brian.
Brian,
you too, brother.
I love you. Thank you for coming.
Emil.
I love you guys, man.
Play the song.
Play the song.
Play a song.